It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a hot show to step to. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's popping? What's happening? What's going on? You back in the lab with your favorite neighbor, your man Mark Nash. He is I am he. Another one. Another great episode of Breaking Beats. You already know what it is. It's a hip-hop political sports show with a comedy twist. We break down business, entertainment, art, technology, sports, and anything else you and I feel like talking about. It is a hip-hop political sports show with a comedy twist. We like to let them jokes fly. You know why life is serious enough. Life is getting real serious in the world, but we're going to talk about the world of boxing right here, man. I got a good topic for members only, too. I got a good one for y'all. Got a good one. It's an oldie, but good one. About loyalty. Does loyalty have an expiration date? We'll talk about it on the neighbors only side of the game, all right? But man, oh man, it feels so good to be home. Feels so good to be back. And nah, I ain't Hollywood yet. Somebody was like, man, don't get Hollywood. Man, I ain't Hollywood. Man, we're going to have a good time, though. I'm going to tell you all about my weekend. And we're going to get into a couple of these topics. I leave, I come back, people on the same old thing. I'm like, Ali, bro. It is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. I got a good show planned for y'all. We're going to have a good time. Let's talk about it. It's your man, Martin Nash, Breaking Beats. Let's get it. Oh, if it's your first time here, please drop your area code. Let people know what side of the earth you roaming the turf. Please drop your area code. Let people know what side of the earth you roaming the turf. Let's run this intro. Let's let this room populate. If you rock with me like I rock with you, share the link, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It's him again. Your man, Martin Nash, Breaking Beats. Let's get it.
This is my passion. This is what I love to do. But some days, sometimes, I'm just like you, man. I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. I'm just like you. Damn, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Man, I hate my job. From a good dream I wake, sun rays on my face, planning out my day, hoping this ain't the one that I catch a case. I feel so good, I feel so straight. My manager keep calling me saying, hurry up, you late. Hurry up, you lay off. Y'all, man, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Been trying to play it cool, but it's hard to play it off. I've been hanging on to this bullshit, cause my car still ain't paid off. I know I'm on my way up. My boy just got laid off, so y'all, man, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. These hoes here so ratchet. These hoes here so sneaky. Y'all don't even really pay enough for y'all to only pay bi-weekly. I'm trying to double up my cash. Take this job, shove it up your ass. Yo, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. We're the reason why your stockholders always stay afloat. Yet I'm asking, are they hiring? Like everywhere I go, schedule will say 9, but I think it's fine if I clock in at 9:04. I work 40 hours a week plus overtime just to be bro. So y'all, man, I hate this job. Hate that I applied. So much has transpired since the day that I was high. Told me I could advance, but you were telling me lies. Gotta give your notice before I quit, but you don't say shit right before I'm fired. Damn, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. You and your procedures. You and your protocol. You and your policies. None of that shit don't apply to me. You and your quotas. You and your standards. You and your 2 sick days a year. Y'all niggas bananas. Wonder why the postman's posted with hammers. Going postal with Popo on camera. His wage got him enraged. Stressed out, it's hard to maintain. He flips the middle, grabs his He said if you don't get the picture, I quit, you ain't shit. Mother, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Look, man, I hate this job. I put my pants on one leg at a time, just like you. I'm out here trying to take care of my family. Damn, I hate this job. It's not always glamorous, for real. But I do what I gotta do for me and mine, you know? Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. I'm just like you, nigga. Damn, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Man, I hate my job.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, commentators, experts, and or the hosts. They do not explicitly nor necessarily reflect nor represent the channel's policy or the views held by the channel or broadcaster. The broadcaster or its channel cannot be held accountable for all or any views expressed during the program. Basically, if I didn't say it, don't come for me. You come for the person who said it. And please don't sue me for somebody else's words. With that said, let's start the show, motherfucker.
This that squad sound.
Yeah, man. What's popping? What's happening? What's going on? You're back in the lab with your favorite neighbor, your man, Mark Nash. He is I am he. Another one, man. Another one. Feels so good to be home. Back here in the neighborhood with all you wonderful people out there. How everybody feeling out there? If you're within the sound of my voice, that means God has kept you covered. And it's good to hear, it's good to see your avatars and your names out there. I am so excited about this episode because it seems like a long time. It's been a long time. Shouldn't have left you without a hot man. I left y'all with a lot of good content, man. Some of y'all don't even finish these episodes, so whatever. But yeah, man, I had a crazy weekend. Crazy, man. Okay, terrible accent. Put a case on me. Yeah, we back with it. Man, I got a good show planned for y'all. Let's do this Neighbors Only roll call. Let's jump right into it. You see the title, you see the topic, you see the thumbnail. You know what we here for. The hate is at an all-time high. We're going to address a couple of things out here. We're going to address a couple of issues. And we're going to talk about it, man. We're going to talk about it. As always, you know, the phone lines will be open throughout the duration of the show. But we got to talk about a couple of things, man. Y'all see it. So let me go through. Let's do this Neighbors Only roll call. So we can get right into the schmo. Got to get right into it. Because I'm not going to do a super long live on this one. Because I want to do a members only episode. And I want to do it in a timely fashion. Members only episode. Does your loyalty have an expiration date on it? So we'll talk about that on the Neighbors Only side of the game. All right. So with that said, let's get to it. Let's call them out. Let's do this roll call. All right, let's take it from the tippity. And let me drop this link out there too. So if you want to join the membership and get your shout out on, I do the members only roll call at the beginning and at the end of every episode. This is my way of showing appreciation for those who show me their appreciation through the membership. And we are very active on members only. I'm not one of those people just gonna steal your money. Trust me, I got members only content, a lot of it at different levels as well. So let's get into it. Take it from the top. Dun, dun, dun. Shout out to Philip H, the all-time great. What up, Philip H? Welcome home.
What up?
Abigail Hollis. Did I lose my spot? There we go. Abigail Hollis, what up, sister? How you doing?
What up?
On the mic with Terrence Bailey Sr.
What up?
I am Cam Edwards. Shout out to I am Cam Edwards and the Apostles.
What up?
Over there, it's boxing to you.
What up?
561. Hold the line real quick. Let me do this roll call, bro. All right, let me do this roll call real quick. Hold the line, 512. 561. Hold the line. The XO Factory. What up, though?
What up?
Ace Retro.
What up?
Big Hove. I thought I told you.
What up?
Dub right side.
What up?
Mr. Golden. He stay holding.
What up?
Raheem the Dream Soto.
What up?
Like dad.
What up?
That guy clips 330 early.
What up?
Memo, aka girl behind the mic. How you doing, sister? Thank you so much for everything you did and everything you do to support the show. And I appreciate you sending me that cash out while I was in Vegas because I really needed it. Every cheeseburgers cost $20 in Vegas. Damn.
What up?
So I appreciate you supporting the show and sending that donation. I really appreciate you.
What up?
What's the guy? DJ, he don't play.
What up?
Unbiased fan Brent Reaper.
What up?
Rockman.
What up?
All is well with Tony Boswell.
What up?
Adam Kelly all the way in Australia.
What
John Norrie came to tell his story.
What
Major Key Boxing.
What up?
Lady Shan done them season my UK girl all the way in London town.
What up? Gangsta.
Cooking with the champ. That's Champion Heart.
What up?
On the floor with Shelton Moore.
What up?
SLG.
What up?
Sam F.
What up?
Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment.
What up?
Somebody tell Toya. Shout out to my sister Tell Toya in the building. What up, though?
What up? Gangsta.
Kendall.
What
The
up?
kid is back just like that.
What up?
Johnny Goodman. What's up, man?
What up?
D-Lo 44 Boxing. What's popping?
What up?
Kansas City Mac. Where you at?
What up?
Shout out to Carmen Serene with the Serene Saturdays.
What up?
Nick Rich in this bitch. Shout out to Nikki from Central Florida.
What up?
Aaron Parker, the big talker.
What up?
Taylor Bell with Tab Tech. UnlockSim.com. Unlock your next device today.
What up?
Stephen Bateman all the way in Australia. Mama, we made it to Australia 2 times.
What up?
Juan Davila, the Rilla, aka Epoxy Magic.
What up?
Transcendent Sports Channel, my Filipino brother from another, all the way in Canada. Shout out to Canada.
What up?
Fistiana Fights. She just might.
What up?
Jacob Sims, that's him.
What up?
Haplo, let's go.
What up?
MFB.
What up?
Patricia Shelton.
What up?
Miss Queen's son kissed, and yes, she was kissed by the sun.
What up?
Shout out to Beyond the Ring with Nonito and Rachel Donaire. 9-time champion Nonito going for his 10th world title on July 29th at the T-Mobile Arena. Yeah, I knew, but I couldn't tell y'all, man. I'm sorry. I knew. I found out a couple days before y'all, but that wasn't my place to break the news. But it's all out there now. Nonito Donaire will be on the card for Spence and Crawford. It's a mega move right there. Pardon so. So shout out to Nonito Donaire and Rachel. And I had a good time hanging out with y'all this weekend. Thank you so much. Y'all treated me like a superstar, rolled out the red carpet for me. I'm eternally grateful. Thank you so much.
What up?
True Media Today, USA Boxing. That's my guy, Coach Malachi Williams. What up, Coach?
What up?
Hudo.
What up?
Food Revolution, aka Foodie with the Beauty.
What up?
KP from KC5. What up, KP?
What up?
Matt Wade. That's Matt Wade. That's MATTWADE. Got a dope single out called Papa Daddy. Y'all check him out.
What
Ill
up?
Status Boxing.
What
Tank
up?
the Sweet Science Examiner.
What up?
Excuse me. Sorry about that. Beyond Above Media.
What up?
Pittsburgh T, aka Mark. That's not true.
What up?
SF City Slicker.
What up?
It's Mex.
What up?
Rider of the Storm.
What up?
Here to There.
What up?
Matty Yoel.
What
Cliff
up?
Bailey.
What
Con
up?
Shawnery.
What up?
Lisa Bell, She Never Fails.
What up?
HLD.
What up?
Brandon Washington.
What up?
D Bevel the Champ.
What up?
Shout out to D Bevel the Champ. Held your boy down this
What
weekend,
up?
man.
Gangsta.
D Bevel the Champ, man. I know I got on his nerves, man. Everywhere he was driving, man, I was on that Vegas stuff. And that Vegas stuff is different from that Atlanta stuff, man. I was out there tripping. I was like Smokey in the chicken coop off Friday. Put a case on me. Nigga, what the hell was I doing? All right. And of course, I would be remiss if I didn't say shout out to Derek Lincoln, aka member number 1, also known as the Big
What up?
Fish.
What up? Gangsta.
All right, man, let's get into this show, man. right, let me take this first call. Got somebody on the line who's patiently holding while I did my neighbors only roll call. 561, you got the gun. Tell them your name, where you from, family.
Man, it's Toby spelled with a motherfucking I, like the book of Toby. Get it right. What
What's
up,
good?
M.
What's
Nash?
good, Toby? How you feeling, my brother?
Easy?
What's poppin', my
Man,
G?
life is great. Life is great. Getting ready to see it. Getting ready to see it, man. I like how you sensationalized it, but at least you kept it even this time. You didn't lean towards one side of the fence or the other. You said fanboys, period. But I'm gonna speak on it. I'm gonna speak on it like EJ when he was talking about what the sanctioning body's doing with the money that they paying for these belts. I'm gonna ask y'all, if you're not buying and you're not contributing no money, man, you need to shut the fuck up, man. You shouldn't have an opinion, really, because you're not the reason why we're getting this fucking fight. And you should shut the fuck up and not call in and not say nothing. Keep your shit off record, like they'll stream. Keep that shit off record, bro. Because you're not contributing to the numbers. You're not doing no sound scans, no BDS. You're not giving niggas no spins. You're the reason niggas sell 500 albums in their first week of release. Niggas like you. You understand what I'm saying? So I gotta get them first off. Now that I've done my little rant, okay.
I like it though.
I want to say, we riding with Errol Spence. We riding with Errol Spence. Again, I've always maintained, I think the style is something that is really going to give Bud Crawford some trouble. Now he may overcome, but if he get with this, if he get hit with the shit that Avanesian hit him with, it's gonna swell him up real bad. Now, Haney versus everybody, I've always maintained that it's not time for these fights yet. These boys need to let the bag get a little bit bigger, keep looking sensational. To me, Devin Haney should be gunning for Teofimo. That's who he should be gunning for. That's who he should be gunning for. And I think that's the track that he's on. If he can beat Regis, when he beats Regis Prograis. Because I love Regis, man. I like Regis as a person, as a personality, I like Regis, but he is the runt out of the bunch, if you will. I wanted to give him the credit. I really did. I wanted to give him the credit. I really wanted to give him the credit. But, I can't give him the credit. I can't give it to him anymore. I gave him the benefit of the doubt with Josh Taylor. And then after this last shit, I can't give him the credit anymore. But anyway, so Devin Haney, you beat Regis Prograis, and I expect to see a fight with Teofimo. And then after that, possibly we can look at something with Tank Davis, man. And that's it, brother.
Let me say something to you about something you said, man. Here's the deal, man.
Yeah, what's that, brother?
I'm gonna just take it from the beginning because you said a lot, right? Which fan base is worse? The Crawford fan base or the Spence fan base?
I think the fan base of guys that's not buying the fucking fight is the worst. You can feel how you feel, man.
No, I'm
you
asking
can feel
you.
how
I'm
you
asking
feel.
you to
And
pick one. I'm gonna feel how I feel, but I ask you a direct question.
I think it's even. I really think it's even. As far as the asininity, that ain't a word, but we're gonna coin it tonight.
Okay.
You know
Put
what
a case
I mean?
on that one.
Context. We gonna the asininity, of the fucking of both sides, I think is something that, and what's funny about it is that these brothers, and you can tell it was deliberate. They say, we gonna put on, you talk some shit, I'm gonna talk some shit, but we're gonna keep it respectful. We're not talking about nobody's families, nobody's kids. We're not gonna go there. We two black men that's about to get a lot of money, and we're not gonna get up there and make an ass out of ourselves in front of the world, in front of our children, in front of our mothers and our fathers. And that is something that's something that we should applaud and respect. So when I see this shit with the fans, with a lot of the fans on both sides talking dumb shit, I'm like, yeah, that's a nigga that's streaming the fight. You're broke ass. You're not buying the fucking fight. Fucking clown. You're goofy.
Yeah, because I hear
you're
more.
Whole fucking goofy.
You know what I hear, bro? Toby, I hear a lot of conversation, bro. I hear a lot of people talking about, even now, they're still talking about who ducked who's the A side. What held the fight up
at this point.
That's what I'm trying to say, bro. The fight is 11 days away. What I don't hear people saying is what hotel they staying at, where you seating at, who you flying out with, who's going with you to the fight. Are you throwing a fight party? What I'm cooking on the grill.
Nigga, I'm cooking shark.
Yeah, I don't.
We cooking shark meat, or we cooking crawfish.
Yeah, man, I don't hear a lot of that. I hear a lot of people just still narrative pushing, and I gotta put a case on them. Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Like what is going on, bro? Go ahead.
I mean, I really feel like, you know, and again, it's a lot of broke boy talk, man. You know, the ones of us that are responsible for making this event happen, myself and yourself, we're talking about the technicals of why we think our man is going to win. You understand? That we trying to figure out when is the way in. You know, can I steal a seat? Can I open up the AXS app and notice what seat was unsold and steal my way to it?
Come on now.
That's what niggas like me is.
Like, let me walk on down. Let me walk on down a little bit. Walk down to come on, bro.
That's how you know I'm there.
Yes, sir.
That's how you know I've been there. I've been there. You understand what I'm saying? Under the lights. I've been there. So you know, I just, you know, and again, you know, hey man, these guys they better give us a show, man. It better not be no bullshit. I'm putting a case on both of them niggas. It better not be no bullshit. But I think they're gonna melt. I think the styles are gonna melt.
How can it be?
You know,
with these two guys, I said with these two gentlemen, how can it be?
How can it?
I don't see that.
Yeah,
I don't see that.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Better not be no bullshit. I don't want to see no bullshit from the ref. I don't want to see no fuck ass stoppages. I don't want to see no.
We still don't know who the ref gonna be yet. Neither.
We really don't.
Can Crawford win the decision in Vegas against Spence?
Of course he can.
Now I saw Spence at the fight. Shout out to
this is neutral ground.
Spence, right? But Spence, D Bevel pointed this out because I didn't know this guy. He said, "Look at Spence over there with the owner taking pictures and chopping it up with the owner of the Raiders." And I didn't even know who the guy was. But
if Bud Crawford wanted to get a pick, he could have got a pick. You think Dow Davis wouldn't have took a picture with fucking? Come on, man.
I'm just saying. That's a narrative going around there. He can't get a decision.
I mean, listen.
On a PBC. Listen,
I'm gonna drop a pause.
No, you gotta let me finish my sentence, bro.
Go ahead.
The narrative going around is he can't get a decision against Spence in Vegas on a PBC card. What do you say to that? Go ahead.
I disagree with that, and I'm gonna drop a pause-worthy moment. But you're a funny-looking motherfucker, comparatively speaking. Niggas will roast you. You was the nigga that would have got roasted in high school walking by my locker.
Who?
I'm just telling you. I already know.
Who?
I already know.
Who? Who you talking
Bud
to?
Crawford. Bud Crawford. You was the nigga that would have got roasted. It doesn't matter. I would have fucking roasted him, and my niggas would have beat that nigga up if he tried to fucking. I was being all in fun because I was fly. No, I was fly. I was fly. I'm just saying. He's the Errol Spence.
What the hell is going on? You want to fuck him or something, bro? What the hell?
No, I said Errol Spence is the glamour boy. He coming for the money. He coming with the. No, I'm saying. The niggas coming with the money,
and this why they call y'all. And this why they call y'all aerosexuals, bro. You done brought looks into the shit.
I mean, whatever. I mean, I'm just telling you that the nigga's petty. The nigga Bud Crawford petty. Nigga, you's a petty ass nigga. You's a jealous ass petty ass nigga, dog.
You don't know him personally, dog. What are you talking about? You
bro, that's how he. But that's bro. A fucking coin toss, bro. You instead of saying, "Yo, this the man with the 3 belts." I held the fight up. I come out first. And you go ahead and get yours and whoop your ass. You petty, dog. My nigga, you petty. You know, you understand what I'm saying? It reeks of a nigga that's jealous. Like it's a lot of Marvin Hagler energy.
Nah,
It's a lot of Marvin Hagler. It's a lot of it's a lot of Marvin Hagler, a lot of Aaron Pryor energy. A lot of niggas that's resentful, like nigga, only reason you woo is because you went to the Olympics. Woo. You with PBC. With all them getting money ass niggas. Woo. You with Yellow, you fucking with the rappers and shit. Woo.
oh my god.
You out in Dallas, you all up in the you all up in the videos and all up in the camera. They promoted you. They didn't promote me. Niggas don't know me. He feel a certain way about that shit. And listen, I would probably feel
why can't just be
he's
more accomplished? Maybe he's just more accomplished. And
listen, it's not but then if that's the case, then why the fuck did it take so long? Why did it take so long about the fight? Why you not getting the fight with Top Rank then? If that's the case, if you feel that way, you all accomplished.
What you mean? Why he not getting a fight with Top Rank?
Why you sued your promoter? Why you sued your promoter and left ESPN?
Do you know why he's suing his promoter? Because he didn't get 2 fights a year.
I know why he's suing his promoter, but what I'm
saying is 2
saying
fights a year, and he didn't get 2 fights a year. He got 1 fight.
I understand.
Per year.
I understand. So why was you not profitable? Put it to you this way? I bet you if it would have been Errol Spence would have got them 2 fights on ESPN. Errol Spence would have got them. Tank Davis would have got them 2 fights.
Errol Spence didn't get 2 fights a year. None of most of those guys.
You know why, bro? You know why? Come on, dog. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Saying, he didn't get 2 fights.
You know why?
A lot of years he won't get 2 fights a year.
Because you know why. But you know why. You already know why. He didn't get them 2 fights. You know what I'm saying? You already know why. I mean, listen.
But sir, a lot of people didn't fight twice a year in COVID, sir. During COVID.
You moving the goalposts, so you're arguing.
No, it was a COVID year. It was a COVID year, and he didn't.
And listen, among other things, you understand when we talking about Errol Spence, because Errol would have got 2 fights if he wanted to, just like Canelo, just like Tank, nigga would have got 2 fights. They giving Shakur, you know what I'm saying? Shakur gonna run into the same fucking problem. He gonna run into the same fucking problem as Bud Crawford. He gonna run into the same fucking problem. You know, if Floyd wasn't associated with PBC, it's a lot of shit, man, that happened that wouldn't have happened. And that's just the honest to God truth, bro.
No,
that's just the honest to God truth.
Truth according to Toby.
I mean, that's my truth. That's my truth, bro. That's my truth, bro. If he wasn't associated with the PBC, a lot of shit probably would have been different, bro. His shadow looms ever large, like over boxing. And that's not hating on him. He's fading out. It's fine. He's finally starting to fade out, where he's a non-factor, and I mean that in the most respectful, you know, what I'm saying, like neutral way. That's my guy. Floyd is my guy. 1,000%. If I had a son that boxed, I want him to box like him. You know. Now, which actually brings you to another point. If you had a son in Nash, and I don't know if you have a son. I know you have children. You have a son?
I have a daughter.
You don't have me too. I'm a girl dad. You know that.
Baby Nash.
Well, if you had a son and your son was boxing, would you want him to be more Terence Crawford or more Errol Spence in the ring?
Terence Crawford.
Why?
Clean boxing lifestyle, left hand, right hand, fight, go forward, go backwards, just everything. Mainly, that means my son wouldn't be drinking and smoking. I wouldn't be flipping cars over, respectfully, but yeah.
Well, I'm talking about in the ring, and
everything, all of that counts. All of it counts. I can't say nothing about that. All of it will count. That's just me.
I mean, they both family, man. They're both family, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They
both family, man.
Yeah, but one woman, 6 kids, not 2 women, 3 kids, respectfully, though.
I mean, listen, bro. I mean,
you asked. I told you.
I mean, I get it. You know, but always remember, men of means always looking for their next ex-wife. Because when you got a lot, you need to have kids. You need to have multiple kids, and if you with the same woman for all that time, it gets to a point where she can't give you no more kids.
All right, man.
But I digress.
What the hell?
I digress.
All right, man. Land your plane, man. I'm gonna try to take some more calls. You crazy as hell.
No, that's it. No, that's it. That's it, my brother. It's always a good call, man. It's all. Thank you for letting me smoke, man. Thanks for letting me smoke, brother.
According to who is a good call?
And I'm gonna see. And I'm gonna see you in Vegas. I'm gonna see you in Vegas, bro. I'm definitely gonna see you in Vegas,
Look
bro.
For the red bucket. Look for the red bucket. Yeah, man, I don't smoke cohibas unless it's weed in it.
Listen, we gonna link up. Look, no, nigga, we gonna link up at the weigh-in, nigga. What time is the weigh-in?
Should be like 1:00. Might be like 1:00.
Yeah, we'll link up at the weigh-in. We'll flick it up. All right.
Yes, sir.
Because I know you got some time after the weigh-in. Once you do your microphone work,
a little
do
bit,
your journalism bit.
But look, as soon as I do that, I'm trying to get back to the room, upload it. I'm gonna sit by the pool, enjoy my wife. My sister's gonna be there. My brother-in-law there. I got 2 cousins gonna be there. I got a lot of family there.
Okay.
But holler at me though. You got my info. Holler at me. I'm gonna tell you where I'm gonna be at. I'm gonna keep that disclosed right now, but undisclosed.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you where I'm gonna be at, and you can pull up on me.
All right? Say less. All right, my brother.
I'm gonna hold you to that now.
Come on, bro. Stop playing. If I was in the StreamYard, my avatar is my ticket receipt, nigga.
That's what I'm
going
talking
on
about.
around this bitch.
Let's go. Let me try to get some more calls. All right.
All right, G. Later, man.
Peace. Get your crazy ass off my phone.
What the hell is going on?
Shout out to Toby with an eye from Florida, man. Yeah, I'm gonna be right there in all my splendor, man. Red bucket. You're gonna know it's me when you see me from across the street. All right, man. Golden, call in, man. Call in. I'm trying to do some one-on-ones. I don't want the panel loaded right now because I still got some stuff I want to say. So trying to do the one-on-one. So 404-692-1766. 912, what it do?
What's up, my brother?
What's popping with you, G's?
What's going on, Doc?
I'm blessed,
no,
man.
My boy, I want a piece of that. I want a piece of that nigga ass just then.
Get him. I like this better. You can talk about him and he can hear you, but he can't cut you off. He can't say shit. He just got to type in the chat or try to call back.
Yeah, man. He started out pretty good. He turned all the way Earl Fletcher at the end, boy. God damn. That nigga, they just went off the train, man.
Low key, he started doing some of the shit we was talking about. He was like, "Well, what took so long? Why you so much promoter?" I was like, bro, you using YouTube Daddy talking points? What the hell? Never heard of it.
I don't understand. Long as this shit been out, all the why he's soon as promoter.
Turn the TV down in the background.
The man had a 3 year.
Turn the TV down in the background on YouTube.
I thought I had muted it.
Just mute it. There you go.
Yeah. Man, listen, everybody know that man signed a 3-year contract, extended contract for 2 fights a year at $3 million a whop. You feel what I'm saying? Like for each year he got 1 fight. That's why he on the shooting. He's shooting for $10 million because he guaranteed him $1 million that he can get the Earl Spence fight. If he can't get it, he'll pay him $1 million. Yes. It's
Bear with me. Somebody said Mark fell off.
Okay.
I got you. Yeah, I can tell
okay.
what I can tell.
Okay.
It gives me a signal over here. I'll start seeing a pinwheel where this graphic at. That's why I put this graphic up here. It'll let me know when something is messing up. It's a science behind everything I do over here.
Okay.
All right, talk to
me. I got you, brother. Man, listen, man. I can't make it to Vegas. I got a front row seat right here in my motherfucking house. And I got my tickets already paid for. I got my goddamn fish fried and everything else. Boy, look at him, I'm be ready. You know, I mean, it's just it's gonna be a good fight. But I mean, they just don't know. Everybody be underestimating Bud, man. They're looking at Bud because Bud is too small or whatever.
Right.
Man, that man done grown into the division. You feel what I'm saying? Errol's best shot to me, he should have jumped on Bud when he first came in. That was your best shot to jump on that man there. You know, but now they don't let Bud grow into the division. And shit, come on, man. You can't do nothing with that boy, man. I mean, it's gonna be I think in the first couple of rounds, it's gonna be a compatible fight. And Bud just gonna walk the dog on his ass, man. I mean, really. So once Bud figure him out and he takes Errol power, and it's not like they say it is, you gonna fuck Errol ass up, dog. I truly believe that shit.
Hey, look, he kept saying, hey, look, well, he forgot that he left out one part. He said, if Evanesian hit if Spence hit Crawford, let me say it again. If Spence hit Crawford, like Evanesian was able to touch Crawford, he's gonna swell him up and beat him up. But what he failed to mention, what happens when Crawford hits Spence? People act like Crawford is pillow fisted, like these dudes just go in there and lay down. Bro, this is gonna be a tough fight for both guys for as long as it lasts. I have no doubt in my mind this is not Manny Pacquiao versus Mayweather. This ain't that. These dudes coming in there to fight, and somebody going night, bro. Somebody going to sleep, dog.
Somebody going way to sleep. And I mean, it's going to be a motherfucker. Woo! And, you know, if you look at the Ebenezer fight, Bud fought that type of fight in the pocket for a reason. He wanted everybody, and that right hook, he knocked Ebenezer ass out with, he sat down on that punch. You better not see Bud sitting down on the punch the way he did. He's showing you, man. Like, I can sit there and I can bang with you. You feel me? Like, I listened to Bud ain't got the foot movement and none of that shit. He chose to fight that type of fight the last two fights he fought. This man he'll catch Errol so many angles. And to answer your question that you asked him,
which fan base is worse?
Hell to the no.
Hold on, what question?
I ain't talking about that.
Oh, which question?
Hell to the no. He can't get the decision.
He ain't gonna get no fair shake in Vegas, bro.
Hell no. He ain't gonna get no fair shake in Vegas, man. We seen that shit over the weekend, dog. I'ma keep it real, bro. We seen that shit over the weekend. To me, old boy beat Frank Martin ass.
You thought Frank Martin lost?
Yeah, he lost that fight, man. I told you that night he lost that goddamn fight. He lost that shit, man.
Did you score it?
Yeah, I told it. I can't. My score was 114-113, man.
No. He had to knock.
At the end of the fight.
Okay, I had 115-114.
That made.
Because he got the extra
I had 114
point. So R2
not. Yeah, Arthur winning. Right. I give it 114.
Okay. 114.
Yeah, I had a 114-113. The knockdown made it close. You feel what I'm saying? But like and then ridiculous punch stacks they had, man. Come on, man. The punch stacks were so fucking ridiculous, man. Even Earl they want to shoot that Joker one. They was standing in the ring looking. Come on, man. The Bud ain't gonna get no fair shit. On the way, Bud gonna get it if you get a decision. Hearn and Sugar Ray Leonard second fight.
So that you say he got
Hearn, not Sugar Ray.
Hold on, Golden. Your audio dropped out. You say he got to knock him down 2 or 3 times to win the fight?
Yeah. They get a decision. They might make it a draw like they did with goddamn Thomas Hearn and Sugar Ray. The second fight they had, Hearn knocked Sugar Ray down twice, and they made the motherfucker a draw. So what kind of shit is that? The Sugar Ray is the favorite. You know, I mean, let's keep it real, man. Al at his best. I tell everybody, if it go to distance, if they don't get the Bud, that make it a draw. That's where we're gonna get the rematch.
Here's the thing, though. Bud is the favorite, though. So when they go for the favorite,
Bud the favorite, but Errol is the PBC fighter, though. You know, Bud the favorite.
Well, technically, Bud is with PBC for these next 2 fights, so he's a PBC fighter as well, correct?
Yes, that's true.
And he's a co-promoter, along with Errol Spence for this event. You got TBC Promotions, Man Down Promotions, and in association with Tom Brown. I mean, with TGB.
That's true. That's true. But look at everybody thinking Errol might be the third fight for Canelo. If Bud beat his ass and beat him twice, he might be that. He might be that next fight for Canelo. Shit.
All right, so let me ask you this:
if he take it,
yeah, I saw that too. Spence was talking about he's not opposed to fighting Canelo. Do you think he's looking past Terence Crawford when he's thinking about fighting Canelo? What's your take?
Yeah, I think win, lose, or draw, he'll get that fight with Canelo. Even if Bud beat him, he'll still get that fight with Canelo. That's a possibility. He'll still get that fight.
Wow.
Because that's gonna be his cash out fight. You feel what I'm saying? Then if you go back and listen to what Errol talk, but he don't care about the Hall of Fame. He don't care about none of that. He all fighting about money now. It's all about money for Errol now. You know, and I think honestly, the young man is more hurt than when we know of, that they let him know of after the accident, because he's I don't think he's ready. I mean, he's not all the way there yet. You know, it did more damage to him than really, but I take my hat off. You know, he came back. He proved a whole lot of people wrong. But right now, you for the fight, mess with one of the best that is that ever did it, dog. And you messing with the best finisher in boxing. You know, I was looking at some of Ball fights and went back looking at some older man. That nigga had power since he was young, man. Coming in there, man, knocking niggas there left or right. And one thing about it, if Boy hurt you one little bit, he coming in for the kill. And I want to see if Errol gonna be able to take it.
Okay, let me ask you a couple questions,
I
man.
mean,
couple questions, man. I'm trying to do these one-on-ones with people, because you know when you open that panel up, it's just gonna be everybody all over the place talking over each other.
Be wild open, right?
And I don't get to talk to the guests one-on-one. I like to, you know, I got a talk show because I like to talk, nigga. Shit,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So fuck y'all talking about. Somebody was like, you talk too much. You like the sound of your own voice. So like, and bitch, you do too. That's why you here. Let me say something, man. Which fan base is worse with this or which fan base be fanboying the most? Is it the Crawford side or the Spence side? What is your take?
I'll give it a 60-40 with Errol fan base. Errol fan base take it to the extreme. I don't see someone take it to the extreme, want to fight a motherfucker, want to kill somebody. I mean, they just don't take it to the extreme, man. I mean, come on, man. One thing I know about us, we personally and some of the guys I deal with, we do hold Bud accountable for what he do. You know, like with the last statement he came out and made, tell all of us, you know, we look foolish or whatever. Somebody tell me we think Errol was ducking. Come on, man. You know you say that shit, dog. You know, we jumping his ass about that shit. Bud do some fuck that shit, we're gonna tell her. But them Errol sexuals, man, come on. They don't see Errol do no wrong, boy. They don't. They don't think Errol do no wrong. Errol sneeze, they gonna run out there, who gonna wipe his nose first? You know?
What's your take on what's your take on this? It seems like people are still debating and arguing about who ducked who, what took the fight so long. Does that matter at this point? Why aren't people talking about where they're sitting at? Are they buying the pay-per-view? Are they having a fight party? Are they just gonna go? Are they gonna go to a bar and watch it? Like, I don't hear people talking about how they're gonna experience this fight. I just hear people still talking about he ducked, he's scared of him, shit like that. Like, what's your take on that, Mr.
Man, listen. Man, that shit is hogwash. Man, leave that shit alone. We got the fight and all this bullshit here. Come on, the fight is. I don't give a damn who was ducking who. You know, I believe Errol and him didn't want to fight, but that's to talk about now. The fight is here. You feel what I'm saying? It's just that's fine. Let's talk about who, how many rounds it's gonna take for Bud to knock his ass out. Like you said, who having a fight? Who paying for the fight? You feel what I'm saying?
What do you feel about the coin toss? What do you feel about this coin toss, Mr. Golden? Do you think that was strong business negotiations, or is that too much pride? Yes. Was it a delay tactic?
No, that's not too much pride. Now, I'm taking it back to something Errol said way before that. Errol said in the beginning, last year, he said he even offered Bud to a boy he didn't come out first. He didn't give a damn long to get the fight. He's willing to give Bud that. Now he covered to, okay, Bud pride and all for him. He got to toss a coin who's going to come out first. Well, last year you said Bud will walk out first. You can give it down.
I missed that. I missed that. That didn't hit my desk. He said that. Where he did it in the
Oh,
interview.
yeah. Errol said it in the interview when he was talking about the fight from last year. Last year they talked about making a fight when they negotiated about the fight. He said he even offered boy that told boy he don't care. He can walk out first. You feel what I'm saying? So now you cover a torn cost, and like I said, a lot of people saying it's a 50-50 fight. Okay, then ain't no A side, no B side. If it's a 50-50 fight, no A side, no B side. Then guess what? You flip the coin to who come out first and who come out last.
Mr. Golden, here's my take on that too. You can't have it both ways. You can't say Terence Crawford had bad promotion with Top Rank, but then also say he don't sell.
Right.
But because you can't say he don't sell, but also say he had a bad promotion. Okay, he didn't sell because he got a bad promotion. Which one is it? But regardless, the man won the fight that was in front of him every time he was put in that ring. And let's keep it a buck. Terence Crawford has, as far as I can recall, maybe somebody can correct me in the chat or call in and let me know. He's never had a boring fight. I've never seen a boring Terence Crawford like, oh my God, this is boring. It's too much moving. It's too much holding. Or, okay, he ain't throwing enough punch. I've never seen Terence Crawford in a boring fight.
Mm-hmm. And to me, since being in the welterweight, when I see Crawford fight, I be trying to figure out which round he gonna knock a nigga ass out in. That's what I be looking at. I did like what Wilder used to fight with. To me, Wilder's one of my favorite fighters. I'll be sitting here waiting, which round Wilder gonna catch the nigga at that right hand and knock his ass out. You know, to put the excitement into the.
There we go. I see that last part again. Go ahead.
I say every fighter he fought, just stood in front of Errol. Anybody, only person really moved Errol as around was Shawn Porter. They don't talk about how beat up Errol was when he got to fighting Shawn. Shawn ain't had no goddamn licks. Shawn face was smooth as hell. Errol was lumped up. They always talk about Bud, what Kell Brooks did to Bud, or this and hand that there. So look at Errol. Errol will beat the fuck up. Now I got a question for you, Bob.
Go for it.
How many nut shots you giving Errol?
Bruh.
Never heard of it.
One, maybe two, because Crawford one, maybe two, because Crawford mean, and you hit him like that, he gonna hit you back. He ain't gonna be looking at the ref. He ain't look, bro. Crawford ain't looking to the ref for helping no fights. Like, hey man, he hit me behind the head, or hey, he hit me low. You hit him there, he gonna hit you there. You know the rules to this shit.
Yeah.
He ain't calling timeouts, looking for the ref. None of that, bro. You hit him low, he gonna hit you low. You hit him with a rabbit punch, he gonna hit you back with a rabbit punch. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I see it.
You know, that's how I see it too, man. But you know, like I said, it's gonna be some. I just want a fair fight. That's all.
Hey, look, I gotta ask you this too. What's your pay-per-view prediction, Mr. Golden?
Oh man, if it go all right, I think we can break $1 million. I believe we can break $1 million. This is the biggest fight.
What?
That is. So
okay, you riding with me on that? Okay, you riding with me?
Yeah. So you got to look at.
I'm with it.
Well, you got to look at how you got people all overseas who want this fight, who talk about the fight. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People all over talk about the fight. So all the numbers come in, man. They're gonna have some good numbers on the fight here, man.
I'm talking about the U.S. pay-per-view. I'm talking about the U.S. pay-per-view buys, though. I ain't talking about globally.
The U.S. pay-per-view, U.S. pay-per-view buys, I think it's gonna reach $1 million. It's gonna reach $1 million. Now we're gonna have some motherfuckers talk about they brought the fight, but they're gonna be still in the fight.
Yeah.
But like I said,
I tell you what, though. I tell you what, when I do my call-in show after that fight, you better start. I'm gonna have my email address up there. You can't join the panel. You can't talk to me unless I see your pay-per-view receipt. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Email me your pay-per-view receipt before you call in the show. That's gonna be my. There we go. Say it again.
I'm paying for it for my bedroom now. I'm gonna pay for it because they might not give it to me on the other part of the house. So like I said, so when I watch the fight, I'm gonna have to walk. You see what I'm saying?
Bro, I'm buying the fight. I'm going to the fight and I'm buying the pay-per-view. Because I want to see I want to see the replay when I get home.
The replay.
I want to watch it again.
See, a fight like this here, I can't sit still. So I'm gonna move from one part of the house to the next part of the house to the next part of the house. You see what I'm saying? That's the way I'm gonna be watching that shit, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna be so excited, bro. I ain't gonna know how to act, bro.
All right, now
I'm gonna be in here. Nobody about to call me, but nobody about to ask for nothing. After the fight go off,
you're gonna put your phone on airplane mode, huh?
What?
I'm
then again, then again, I got a couple of partners that go on that I deal with on the YouTube community. And they say they're gonna call up, they're gonna do a live watch party. I might join in with them. Then again, I don't know. Shit, I'm gonna be so goddamn wild and out, man. Ain't nobody about to even come to my house or ask for nothing. I'm getting everything got to. I ain't even working that day.
I feel you, bro.
So I don't want.
Okay, I got one more question for you, Mr.
Golden.
I got one more question for you, Mr. Golden, and I'm gonna take some more calls, and you're more than welcome to call back because you are a member to the neighborhood. Question: what would be considered a failure or a flop if it does under blank? It was a flop.
I'll say it's a flop if it does under 500,000. For that caliber fight. For that caliber fight, if it does under 500,000, that's a flop. Because they know when hell that fight should do over 500,000.
Can you think it can be? You said you got it beating Ryan and Tank though. You think it can beat Ryan and Tank numbers, correct?
I believe it. Yeah, I believe it can beat Ryan and Tank number.
1.2. So 1.2.
Like a lot of folks. Yep. A lot of people give Tank the credit for that fight for making that number. Tank ain't made that number like that, man. Ryan had the biggest fan base, man.
Yeah, but the victor gets the spoils. Yeah, but the victor gets the spoils, my brother.
Yeah, the victor gets the spoils, but shit, man, please. The Ryan fan base, that I mean, you know, like I said, everybody got to have a dance partner.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? The best dance partner Errol had was Mikey Garcia. Yeah. You feel me? Yeah. And Mikey that was Mikey fan base brought that shit in. You feel what I'm saying? But if you look at his numbers after that, his number declined. You feel what I'm saying? Bud haven't had the caliber of fighters, name fighters that Errol had, but no fighter was just as good as the ones he fought. You feel what I'm saying? Because nobody knew the names or whatever so far on. So that's why Bud didn't have that proper dance partner. Okay. You know, because if you look at it, when Bud came out to 147, it wasn't even announcing that man. Them boys on PBC wasn't announcing. It couldn't even call Bud name, man.
Right. Well, all that shit over now because they gonna remember his name after July 29th.
Man, listen, I'm telling you.
Hey, look, if Bud was as trash as people said he was, this fight wouldn't be so. If he was trash as they said he was, this fight wouldn't be so big. And I guarantee you, this is going to be Errol Spence's biggest pay-per-view ever. It's going to be his biggest gate, and it's going to be his biggest pay-per-view. And it's not because it's undisputed. No, it's because it's undisputed against this guy. It's not undisputed versus Ugas. Right. And shout out to Ugas. Yo, did you see me hanging out with Ugas this weekend, bro? Man, I was kicking it, man. I was kicking it with Errol Spence, Ugas, Leo Santa Cruz, Troy Osley. Shout out to Young Bill there. Me and YB. And I don't mean Yellow Beezy. I mean like YB and I was kicking with Yellow Beezy too. I'm talking about YB the YouTuber. No need of dope. I was rubbing elbows.
I saw you hanging out.
Man, I was doing my 1-2 thing. I was out here networking, baby. You know what I'm saying? I was with the big fish.
Hey,
and shout out to Man Down for promotion for giving me that credential because that had to be approved. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Man Down Promotions. You know what I'm saying? That's what I be trying to tell people. Errol is cool.
Yeah.
It's his fan base that's crazy as hell. Errol is cool. Bro, I was literally less than a foot away from him. Like when I was doing that,
Right.
I don't know if you saw my post fight interview with Frank Martin. Right there at the end, if you watch all the way to the end, I panned to my right. 'Cause I was like, nobody's gonna believe this shit. So I panned to my right, and you'll see Errol Spence right there. It was the back of his shirt, but then I took the picture with him, so you'll know it's really him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, it's him. I was right there with him.
Bro, you remember?
Cool.
Bro, you
dude.
know, I talked to you live. I talked to you live after the fight. You remember?
Good dude, man. Respectful. Answer my questions.
Yeah.
And they had been telling him he had to go. So super solid dude, man. It's just his fan base that's crazy.
Yeah.
But I made a pact between him and Yellow Beezy. I'm not playing the video no more. It's over. Man. I can't play. I'm not playing the Errol Spence Yellow Beezy picture or video no more. That shit is for caskets now, man.
Okay.
He told me. He said, I heard what you been saying, nigga. Stop playing with me, nigga. I was like, all right, man, damn. I was like, goddamn. He was like, stop fucking with my name, dog. My name is my name. I was like, yes, sir. He was like, I'll snatch your that nigga was about to snatch my chain in here. Hey, look, and I ain't talking about my real chain. I'm talking about the damn credential chain. He's like, nigga, I'll snatch your chain in here and send you back home. Stop playing with me. Them niggas gave me that credential just so they can get me alone in Vegas and corner me. I was like, this whole shit was a trap. It was a setup. What the hell is going on? Hold on. Niggas gave me a credential just so they can get me alone, man. In Vegas, like, yeah, nigga, what's up with all that shit now? I was like, nothing. He's like, better state nothing when you get home. I'm like, yes, sir. They was good people, man.
Look one nigga about it, man. A Georgia boy to come ride, man. Goddamn, man.
I was by myself. Man. I ain't had nobody with me but D Bevel the champion. He already told me he was gonna lay down and ball up so he can get a lawsuit. He was like, I was like, D Bevel, that ain't how we gonna do it. I said, we gotta fight back. He was like, nah, fuck it, let him beat us up and sue him. I was like, it ain't even gonna be him to do it. He gonna get a nod to a nigga over there that's gonna take the case. It ain't even gonna be him. It's gonna be somebody else. He gonna get a wink and a nod to. But let me take some more calls, my brother. Thank you so much for your support.
But like I said, bro. Yeah, well, like I told you earlier, man. I'm proud of you, man. You did a real good job, man. Welcome back home, man. Hey, man, we behind you 100%, my brother.
Appreciate that.
You put ATL on the map if you can.
Yeah, man. We just getting started, though, man. It's only the beginning.
Nigga, I ain't gonna be here too long, but I gotta be out here 5:30 in the morning, boy. I'm gonna sit back and listen to y'all cook the meals, and I'm going on to sleep right out.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for your unwavering support, brother. It's unmeasurable. I can't tell you how much it means, bro.
All right, my brother. Good night.
All right, peace. All right. Good call, man. Good call. Shout out to Mr. Golden. You know, he stayed holding, getting that back end money. All right, let me see. Let me see if I call Buddy back right here who's calling now. Shout out to the Queen, Rachel Donaire. Out there doing big things, man. Rachel was out there killing him in that little black dress, man. Respectfully. 410, you got the flow. Tell them your name, where you from, family.
What's up, Mark? It's Jerry from Baltimore.
Jerry from BMO. Silence. Let me hit him with the drop real quick, Jerry. Hold on. I got to hit him with the drop. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing good.
Silence.
561. You got a call in front of you. 561. That's Toby, I think, calling back from Florida. Go ahead, Jerry from B More. Go ahead. You got the flow.
He didn't never want to pay that man his money, and he got his ass whooped every time for not paying him.
Which one? Hold on. Who?
Isn't that Martin when he does the karate guy?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He never wanted to pay that guy. Yeah, he got his ass whooped. That's him. That's Timothy.
I want to talk a little bit about Errol Spence and Canelo. I know, Errol Spence has talked about fighting Canelo. Of course, he also talks about the money Canelo earns, and he's talked recently about, earning money, what fighters fight for. You want to make the big bag. But I just don't know what the likelihood of it for several reasons. One, I mean, if he loses to Bud Crawford twice, he's not going to be an attractive opponent for Canelo, especially moving up 3 weight classes. Now, let's say he beats Crawford in the first fight, and then they rematch, and maybe they rematch at 54. And Crawford beats him, and they're going to be a third fight. They're not just going to split and not have a third fight. I don't think, unless somebody gets brutally and early KO'd. And Canelo, he very well could be on his last run with this 3-fight deal. And we know he won't be fighting Spence in the first or second fight. So that leaves the third fight. But between the timeline and the business that these two got to do, I don't know. I mean, anything's possible, I guess. I just don't really see it happening.
Okay. Yeah, cause I think they so far apart in weight, and also with the 3-fight deal, and like Errol would be having to. Either the PBC would have to re-sign Canelo, or Errol would be fighting him September of next year, and that's a long way to go. Like after fighting Crawford once, maybe twice, or let's say you fight him. Let's say you fight him once and loses. Would people still want to see him fight Canelo? Like, bro, you just lost to Crawford at 147. Why would we? You get what I'm saying? Why would you?
Yeah, what? And that's exactly what I'm saying. For the scenarios to play out, never mind the weight difference, because that would have to be considered, because that would be 3. Now, like I say, if they fought a rematch at 54, the only way I could see it happen is if Errol whips Bud the first fight, and then whips him again at 54, and then he goes on to have a fight maybe at 160, and then maybe there'd be talk of a Canelo fight. But anything short of that, and let's face it, that's unlikely, right? That's unlikely. I think the real likelihood here is whoever wins the first fight, they're going to have a rematch. Very likelihood a split and a trilogy, and that'd probably be a good thing for the fans. I'm starting to get excited now because, hey man, we're getting closer and closer every day. You lucky bastard, you going to the fight. That's going to be electric up in that bitch. I hope the pay-per-view does really, really well. But I'm going to say 650,000.
Okay, so that would be a flop. You said that would be a failure if they only do 650.
I don't know that would be a failure.
No. Give me the number then, because that's what I'm asking people. Like, I got a couple questions on the docket that I'm asking the callers. Your pay-per-view prediction, what you think is gonna do, and if it doesn't do, fill in the blank. Like, damn, this shit flopped. All this hype, and the fans didn't even buy it. Because that's what I'm talking about tonight. I see a lot of fanboying on both sides. I hear people saying, I hear them still arguing about what held up the fight, what this, that, and third. I don't hear people talking about supporting the event. Are you going to Vegas? Are you going to buy the pay-per-view? Are you throwing a fight party? Are you going to a bar? Like, that's what we should be talking about right now. We're 11 days away, and people still talking about negotiations or what held the fight up. Like, brother, please.
That's why I told you last week I'm tired of talking about the fight, because that's what it's been since the fight got signed, because we've been talking about this fight for 3 years now. Same thing with Manny and Floyd. By the time the fight came around, it was just ad nauseum, man. It's just nothing to talk about. Really not. I mean, what could be getting talked about, what you're saying, is not getting talked about. People are just, I'm just so ready for the fight to happen. I think the fight does 650 to 700,000. I hope it does double that and more. And anything less than 500,000, like the last guy said, anything less than 500,000. You got to remember, and the Tank Davis fight shouldn't let us get misguided, man. It's not a good pay-per-view era. Even though this is a super fight, both of these guys have not really been active, and neither one of them has shown a superstar level of popularity. The Mikey Garcia fight, he was fighting an undefeated Mikey Garcia who was on the pound-for-pound list. Most importantly, he was a Latin fighter. They fought in Texas Stadium. That was his biggest pay-per-view, I think 350,000. But like the last caller said, everyone after that went down, and they went incrementally down. So Spence, people make an argument he's more popular, but I don't really know that that's true. He just probably had a few more higher profile opponents at different times when it was a little bit better. But like I say, the pay-per-views, they weren't blockbusters, not at all. it's unfortunate for these two because I like to see them make a big pile of money, not just their guaranteed purses, but good money outside of that. And I could be wrong. I mean, it could surprise them because boxing is slowly starting to come back after COVID. Some of the big and better fights are getting made, and she's slowly coming back. And this fight will be good to help that. So, like you say, man, people need to support this fight and don't be trying to steal it.
Okay. Another question I have for you. How did you feel about Errol revealed that the ring walk is going to be a coin toss? It's based on a coin toss. Do you like that? Are you against that? Bud is the favorite. He's the more accomplished fighter, but Errol has put more asses in seats and so more pay-per-views historically. What is your take on that?
I mean, I don't have no problem with it. I hate to see two fighters and a fight of this significance have anything held up or any type of drama over who's going to walk in first. They both can make an argument for themselves about who maybe should be walking in first because Errol does have 3 belts and Terence only has the 1.
Right.
But at the same time, a coin toss, that's fair. Just let a coin decide it because in the end, it ain't gonna matter. It ain't gonna mean shit at the end of the day. Only some bullshit pride, full bullshit would get in the way to make a demand. So what that tells me is both of them, they don't care about that really. They don't really care about it. They care about getting in there and getting the friction on. And we got a kick-ass fight coming up this week. A fight of the same significance. I ain't going to try to turn the subject, but as you know, the Monster and what's his name? That's coming on, I think, Tuesday. I'm staying home from work to watch that shit. So that's going to be a nice little appetizer before next week, the following, the big one.
Man, let me do a couple quick shout-outs real quick, Jerry. I normally don't do shout-outs in the middle of the call, but I see my guy, Billionaire Boxing TV. Bro, you changed your name again? I keep calling him Young Billionaire. I know he said he changed his name because somebody else had the name, but I didn't know it was Billionaire Boxing. Maybe I just got you saved and your feeds come through. I don't even see the name like that. I see the logo and the name. But shout out to Young Billionaire. Young Billy, YB. Billionaire Boxing TV, man. Super cool dude, man. I chopped it up with him at the fight. Man, he was with Troy Osley. Hey, look, low-key, I was trying to interview Troy Osley. I was like, man, let's go up here because there's too much noise in here. And they was playing James Brown at the time. I was like, man, James Brown family gonna come for this money, man. I can't record you here. They're gonna strike this video. He was like, shit, I'm just waiting for YB. I was like, YB. I was like, can we go upstairs? So walk with me upstairs, man, so I get this Troy Osley. He was like, come on. I was like, this nigga Troy Osley moving like he the security guard. I was like, God damn, this nigga. Hey, look, imagine being YB and you got Troy Osley as your personal security. I'm joking. I'm joking. Respect to Troy Osley. Not he's nobody's security guard, but he definitely is a close personal friend of Young Billionaire. And that shit was so dope just to see YB just moving and shaking. Like he was just moving and working the arena, bro. He looked like he was one of the promoters in that bitch. Like, shout out to Young Billionaire, man. He moved like his name says, bro. He moved like his name says. He moved like a young billionaire. So, and he brave enough to drive in Vegas. Like, he rented a car. I was like, nigga, I ain't renting no car. That nigga was driving all over Vegas. I think he was in a Lambo or something. What was you in, man? You was in a Tesla, Lambo, Rolls Royce, some shit. He was in some big boy shit, man. A couple $100,000 on it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Young Billionaire, moving like a young billionaire. I might have added a little sauce to it. I might have added a little sauce to it, but that's what I do. But yes, sir. Go ahead.
Let me ask you a question, Mark, and then I'm out. You was out there at that fight card last week. You was in the ring. You said Spence was in. You think Spence was right there next to you?
Oh, you ain't see this? You ain't see my pictures with Errol Spence?
I did see him.
Oh man, but more importantly though, I was interviewing. I had my camera up. I didn't get a chance to ask the question because I was too far back. But it was a gift and it was a blessing. Like all the fight hypes, the fight hubs, the early setbacks, they was all close. I pulled up. I got there a little bit afterwards because I was outside getting the Troy Osley interviews. You know, I was moving around. I was trying to get the interviews, but they was already setting up. So once he came out, everybody surrounded him. So now I'm behind, and I got my a selfie stick type thing for the camera. So I was able to get a good overhead view But so I'm behind the crowd, and I look to my right, and I heard a little kid voice, like, I'm gonna get you, Dad. Body shot type shit. And I was like, who's this little baby in here? And I look down and I see the baby. And I said, I know this little baby. That's Baby Shark. Baby Shark. And I look up and I said, oh, this the big shark right here. This big fish right here to my right. I said, Errol fucking Spence is right here beside. I said, nobody's gonna believe I'm sitting here holding this selfie stick, filming Frank Martin, and Errol Spence is literally brushing my shoulder because we so close together.
Well, my question is
my
did he look big?
Well, you can't tell by this, right? I mean, no, he don't look big at all. He didn't look big at all. I mean, we was give or take, like I might be like an inch taller than him, or about the inch. We might be about the same height, give or take, depending on whose shoes got the higher heel. You can't tell by this camera angle because the camera is slanted towards him. You know what I'm saying? I slanted. I'm doing a selfie, so he looks taller. But if you look at the background, you can tell, or look at the shirts. The camera's slanted, so he's not as tall as some people make him seem like, or he's not big. He looks like he gonna make weight. He looked like he on point to make weight. That smoking bud shirt he had was like a 2X probably, or XL. It wasn't like he didn't have a fitted shirt, so he don't look. I mean, he looked like he gonna make weight. If that's the question, are you asking me? Does he look like he gonna make weight?
I'm just curious, you see these fighters on TV, and a lot of times, like, I know a buddy of mine met Canelo Alvarez, and he said he couldn't believe how small he was. He just couldn't believe how small he was.
Look, when I saw,
like a welterweight.
But look, Leo Santa Cruz, I took a picture with him. I can't believe he about to fight at 130. And I don't know if you can see the screen and see the picture with me and Leo beside each other. Because he got his foot up on the curb right there, so he kind of like got a little angle. But Leo doesn't. I don't know how Leo's about to make 130. But when I interviewed him, he said his next fight gonna be in 130 in a couple months. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Troy Isley had a hoodie on. But when I look at how wide his back is and how I look at everything, all the details. I was like, damn, like he's fighting in a couple weeks on the Cambosa's card. I was like, damn, Troy, like, shit, you see me and Troy Isley beside Young Billionaire. I think he fighting at what, 160 his next fight? You know what I'm saying? He's a big ass dude. Look, Nonito Donaire. Party with Nonito. Nonito, motherfucker, he looked like a poster board with a head on top of it. I was like, nigga, you got like extra shoulder length. Like, what? How you? Like, he got really long. Like, he looks like a pack of Philly blunts with a head on top of it. Like he got a long ass shoulders and long, like, bro, like, why are your trapezoids like 3 feet long on each side? Like this trapezoid just looks so long and his back just so wide. Like, I even told him, I was like, damn, Nonito, your back wide as a motherfucker. And he had like a sweatshirt on. He was dripped too. He had the Louis V on. Shout out Nonito Donaire. Looking like a Donaire out there. Had the Louis V drip. Louis V down to the socks and the sneakers. He had the Louis Vuitton sneakers on in there, moving like a boss. Nonito brought me in the building.
Mark.
He was drinking water. He was like, I'm drinking water, but you drink whatever you want. Shit, I was like, man, I just had a little margarita. He was like, well, I got a minimum right here for this section. I was like, waitress, can I have 2 margaritas, please? So now every time the bitch come up to me respectfully, she was like, you want another 2 margaritas? I was like, yeah, I'll take 2 more, one more time, just 2 more. You know what I'm saying?
Let me say one last thing, Mark.
Ugas, hold up now. Ugas look big as fuck. Now I will say that. Ugas don't look like he fight at 147. So comparing Errol Spence to Ugas, Ugas look big as shit compared to Errol Spence.
He's a big welterweight. He's
big as shit.
He's a big welterweight.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he looks like he could be at middleweight. But I do want to say one thing. I watched the Frank Martin fight again the other night. That was an intriguing fight. I thought the other guy won, but it was close. And then when I watched it the other night, it got a little bit closer. The fight really reminded me a lot of Haney Loma, whereas Loma had the bigger moments in the fight, but Haney did the more consistent work throughout the fight. And that's kind of what I've seen in that fight. The Armenian guy did the more consistent work, and Frank Martin had the bigger moments. The 6th round was not a 2-point round. In fact, for the first half of that round, Frank was losing the round. And it was right around the midway point that he landed the shot that got the guy reeling a bit. But he attacked him for about 15 seconds, just like Loma did in his fight with Lopez and with Haney. The attacks were like in bursts, and they were effective, and they were eye catching. But I don't know, man. That fight maybe could have been a draw, but I didn't see it unanimous for Frank. I still kind of think he lost by maybe a point or so, but it was a good learning experience for him and for others too, to learn not to sleep on fighters that they never seen before. Just because we ain't seen them don't mean they can't fight. That guy's a good fighter. He's gonna be tricky fighter. He was big too. When I seen him at the weigh-in, I was like, okay, this guy looks all right. But when they got in the middle of the ring right before the fight, I was like, God damn, man, this guy looks big. It looked like he's rolled up big overnight. I think that's what gave Frank some problems. He was stronger than what he thought he was going to be, because people were like, just let your hands go. Just let your hand go. And, yeah, but that ain't always that easy when you got a good fighter that's punching back and he's strong, you know. That his overall body strength is, this is not easy to just get in there and fuck that guy up just because people think, you know, it's easy to sit and say, not always easy to do. But I like Frank Martin. He's a sharp fighter. I expect just like Boots Ennis, he'll look a lot better in his next fight.
We shall see, man. We shall see. Did you have a win in that fight, Jerry, before I let you go?
That's the thing, man. Initially, no. I had the other guy winning by 2 points for the reasons that I said. He was more consistent throughout the fight.
114. I had him one. And look, on press row, I didn't know this because I've been to PBC fights before, but I guess I was just so into the moment, I never paid attention. Or maybe because while I was sitting at, or the people I was with, we just never noticed this. But PBC don't have ring card girls. Did you notice that?
Yeah,
they don't have ring card girls. So where they had the press row sitting at, where we were sitting at on press row, we can't see the jumbotron in the arena. Like, it's not a 360 arena. It's like a 180 arena, and that back half is where the fighters walk out from, but it's also where they have the sound, the lights, security, all kind of shit going on there. They had comp seats, special needs, all of that shit was behind press row. So you got that, then you got press row, then you have like the main media, right? You know, the broadcast team. And we didn't know what round it was. Well, I knew what round it was because y'all know how we do over here at Breaking Beast. We scoring that fight in real time. So shout out to Fernando. He was sitting beside me. Marcos Villegas was right in front of me. Rachel's homegirl. She's my homegirl now too. Michelle Joy Phelps. She was like, they was looking back. They was like, what round is it? You know, and I was trying to keep them up with the rounds. Jeff Mayweather was right there. He was like, man, what round is it? Because at that point, like, those people in my immediate vicinity realized I know what round it is, because I'm scoring this shit round by round. And people's like, I think Marcos was like, who do you have winning? I think we was round 7 or 8. He was like, who do you have winning? Twitter says he's losing. And I was like, yeah, he losing. I'm like, you sitting right here, watch this shit with me. He losing. Like, like press row, and they want press row. Like, we was almost, the arena was so quiet. It was almost like Jerry. It was almost, people were in shock of what they were seeing, because the young man did so good round 1, 2, 3, 4. Then they talk about Bud being a slow starter. Frank Martin, based off that performance, is a historically slow starter, if you want to base his history off that fight, because he started off slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He had a late flurry, and that's when Fernando beside me, man, I wish I had my piece of paper with his name on it, with his media on it, because he I want to shout him out because he was so cool. The whole time he was like, he's one of these vets at these credential thing. You know, I'm a rookie. This is my first one. You know what I'm saying? It's my first fight, being credentialed and sitting there with the media. So he was like, he was telling me everything, like how it goes, and you know, how to move and shape, what we can and can't do, and you know,
showing your ropes.
Yeah, he was giving me he was giving me lessons, man. He was cool. He was so cool, bro.
See, I Latino didn't give Frank any of the first 5 rounds. I didn't give Frank any of those rounds. The first round I gave him was the 6th round.
And but that's what Fernando said. But Fernando was telling me how to score the fights, how the judges see him. He was like, put a star beside, because I asked him for his pen. That's how it started. I asked him for an ink pen, and when I got his ink pen, he realized why I was asking for his ink pen. Cause he saw me put round 1, 1, 1, 2, and he never asked for his pen back. He was like, okay, that's what this nigga doing. All right. And I would write Artem. By round 4, he was like, I agree with your scorecard so far. You're doing good. Round 5, he was like, if you're looking for a round to give Frank Martin, that'll be the round. So I put in parentheses, and I start keeping notes beside the rounds. You know what I'm saying? Round 6, Martin had a big round. Round 10, Martin had a big round. Round 12, he stopped, made him take a knee. But for the most part, bro, I was keeping notes, and people was looking back, and I was giving people the updates and the feedback on press row, and everybody in my general vicinity, because it was a long ass row, so I don't know what Ellie and the Bots and Voice, Fight Hype, all of them had. But right there in that general vicinity, and I don't know if I'm putting somebody on blast. I don't know if this poor press row etiquette, but yeah, we had them losing right here on press row. Like in my those 6 people around me, the 6 in front and the 6 behind me. We was like, man, Frank got to do something.
Well, but see, I wasn't looking to give him a round, and not unless he earned it. And I didn't see him winning a round until the 6th. Then he lost the 7th and the 8th and the 9th. But he swept the last 3 rounds, plus he got a knockdown. So that's 3, 4, 5 points right there.
He won 9, 10, 11, and then he got a 2 points.
He didn't win round 9. He didn't win round 9, bro. I encourage you to go watch that round again. Okay. He did not win that round. But he, in my opinion, but I mean, if you watch it, yeah, it's hard to say he won. He hardly handed anybody. He got outboxed in that round. He was getting outboxed throughout the majority of the fight. Now, when he did let his hands go, just like Loma, he did good. And, and credit to him. I did have him sweeping the last 3 rounds, plus the extra point for the knockdown, Frank Martin. I had him sweeping the last 3, then he gave him another point for the knees that he took, and then he won the 6th round, so that's 5 points right there. So if he did give him one of the other rounds, then the fight's a draw, and if he gave him 2 of the other rounds, then, yeah, he won by a point. But he had it unanimous. I don't know, it's done now, and he'll probably be a better fighter for it. And it looked to me like, and very possibly, fighters like anybody, man, can have a bad night. You have a bad day at work. I do. Fighters can have a bad night. And inactivity. I think he might have been overtrained. Maybe just a little bit. Credit to his opponent. Yeah. Credit to his opponent. Because I've seen Frank Martin fight before, and he's a sharp fighter, and punch volume is not an issue for him. But with this guy, it was. For this guy, it was.
Maybe the size differential and the experience. The dude is 32 years old. He's a bronze medalist. People, just because that's another thing with boxing. A lot of times, especially American fans, when these guys come from overseas, we automatically look at them as Euro bums. Like, we got a name hard to say, like Artem Hartunian. Like, never heard of him. You know what I'm saying?
Never heard of him.
But this motherfucker got a medal. Errol Spence didn't get a medal. Terence Crawford didn't get a medal. You get what I'm saying? Like, this guy got a medal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I stopped doing that a long time ago with these European fighters, man. These guys are badasses. And they'll whip your ass if you're not totally prepared. So, going into that fight,
I gotta wrap you up after this, Jerry, because I just realized we've been on the phone almost 20. Well, actually, we've been on the phone 25 minutes, but that's my fault too. But because I love these one-on-ones. I love talking.
Yeah, that's another thing, and I'll wrap it up real quick. Is we've seen Frank. We like Frank. He looks like a hard-working, humble, very skilled fighter. Something that we can be proud of, American fighting product. And then when we don't see the other guys, even if we're not trying to be biased, we ain't seen them before. And I think the arena was quiet lately because they were like, wow, they didn't expect to see him have to, be tested like that, And then so when he did have some success, just like I think people do with Loma, you tend to overcredit it because, he maybe lost 5 rounds in a row. So then when he did let his hands go, because people were saying that was a 2-point round, but that wasn't a 2-point round. If you watch that 6th round, he was losing the round.
You talking about Haney and Loma?
No, I'm talking about Frank Martin.
You talking about round 6 or round 10? Because round 6 round 6 and round 10 is when he had him hurt really bad.
Those were the big rounds. But like I say, when I watched it again, even when I watched it the first time, I could see that he didn't win. He lost. He was losing the round 6 up until the midway point. Then he caught the guy and got him on his bike, and he got about a 15-second flurry, but the guy withstood it, and then the guy was fighting back towards the end of the round. He won the round, no question about it, and he did some damage, but it definitely wasn't a 2-point round. I think people got a little overzealous with that, but yeah, good call, brother.
I didn't give him a 2. It's always funny when callers say good call. I'm like, you can't tell yourself good call. I gotta say good call. Them motherfuckers be giving themselves a pat on the back, like, yeah, good call. I killed this shit tonight. You did though, but in this situation, yes, sir, good call. You killed that shit, Jerry. Thank you, brother. God bless.
Have a good night, Mark.
You too, bro. Shout out to Jerry from B-Mo. YB, call in, man. I want to chop it up with YB or Rachel real quick. Matter of fact, I ain't got YB number. If I had just something else I wanted to tell y'all, man. I'm all over the place. Hold on 1 second. Bear with me. Let me see if I can call Young Billionaire. Young Billionaire. Answer the phone, bro. Let me see. I'm gonna call you on IG, bro. Damn, I don't know which one it is. I got a couple Young Billionaires up here. Oh, y'all niggas. Yo, did you change your YB, did you change your IG name too? 561, you got the gun. What's your name? Where you from?
Yo, it's Toby, man. The nigga said he
Hold on. Toby. This your second call, so you only got 2 minutes on this one, okay?
The nigga, I'm just calling to say the nigga said he wanted a piece of my ass, bro.
Whoa.
And he said, I want a piece of that nigga's ass, bro.
He didn't say it
I
like
just had to call back in.
He didn't say
that.
It like
Doesn't
that.
matter. He said it and he didn't pause.
Yes, context matters, bro. Yo.
Silence.
What the hell is going on? Hold up. You waited 25 minutes for that shit.
I had to do it, bro. It's okay. And then number two, you're gonna get the pay-per-view and all the house in every room. First off, if you ever bought pay-per-view, you know that when you buy it, you get it on every TV, bro. It's capped. You streaming that shit. But I ain't gonna tell you a little. I ain't gonna tell you a little secret though.
No. He said he'd be walking around, so you might buy it. And but
he said he wasn't. She said, but I may stream it. He said I may stream it because I'm gonna buy it. And I want to make sure I can watch it in every room. That's what he said. He would have been better off not even.
I gotta check the replay. I took it as like he needed it on his phone. You know what I'm saying? Like he needed.
Bro, if you bought the shit on pay-per-view, my nigga.
If you buy the cable app, you might not have it on your phone though. Matter of fact, yeah, you can log in.
Fam, low key, fam. Stop playing. I work for Comcast.
Second. So you trying to say my man Mr. Golden still in fights? That's what you trying to say?
That's upgrade, my pimp friend.
What?
That's upgrade,
what the hell is going on?
You know, but it's all good. I mean, you know, like Jay-Z said, can I live? You can live. Let a nigga live. You know what I'm saying? You good. I ain't gonna tell you a little secret, bro. You know, yeah. Anyway, so you man, keep rolling, man. Keep rolling, bro. Good luck to Nonito too, man. Good luck, man. Like to see him go out a winner, man. Good luck to him.
What you mean go out a winner?
I would think he's probably definitely looking at the, you know, he's looking at the end of it.
Man, you ain't seen my interview with Nonito. Well, I got another one we're gonna do leading up to.
I'm not aware. You know what I'm saying? But I would think
it wasn't.
He's got to be looking at no more than 2.
It wasn't planned. It was like all my No Nito conversations on his channel been like impromptu. He just pull up, you know what I'm saying? Or he come in there, he just grabbed the mic and just start giving us some real. But my man said he said they're gonna have to drag me out the ring, motherfucker. I'll stop when they're gonna have to kill me to get me out this motherfucker. Like he said, I never stop fighting until I retire. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, not even about the money though, bro. Like. No, he loves
bullshit.
No. It's not bullshit. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because some of the shit No Nito do. Like, do you follow his channel or watch him on IG?
No.
Tell the truth.
No.
Okay. No. Now let me enlighten you, because now someone say I'm fanboying, but if you want to call it fanboying, whatever. I'm just keeping it real.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever you want to call me. It is what it is. Some of the things No Nito does for boxing. Not even some. A lot of things that I've seen him do for boxing, he don't get paid for it. In fact, it costs him money to do it. Like that
right.
The stuff the shit I saw him do this weekend, like the people that he bring out, like even if you go to this channel, like working with Omega Boxing Club, shout out to Omega Boxing Promotions and Club, Omega Boxing Gym and Omega Boxing Club, and everything he does in the Philippines, like. He does a lot of that shit just to give back to his people, man. Like they don't get a chance to work with like when you think of the Philippines, bro, you think of 2 names. Manny Pacquiao and who? No Nito Donaire. And this guy is just always giving back, man. He always giving. Bro, I saw him trying to buy the bounce off to get my boy D Bevel the champ into the club because D Bevel the champ had on shorts. And you can't have shorts on. You can't get in with shorts at the 9. And he was over there trying to buy the bounce off, and they was like, "No more. You don't pay it off. You don't. I got my money from you already. You don't already bought in 3 or 4 niggas. Can't get in. Can't get in this 5th and 6th. But he was just reaching into his money bag, just trying to get D Bevel into the club. You know what I'm saying? Like we would have stayed longer if D Bevel would have got in. But like he's a good dude. Like he didn't have to do that. He was leaving the club, going outside, doing interviews with Ellie, leaving the club, going outside, taking pictures with fans that couldn't get in. And then eventually they end up closing the shades to the club so people couldn't walk by and see what was going on. But yeah, this motherfucker's a star, bro. He's a star for real, bro. Like everybody wanted to take a picture with No Nito in the room, bro. He's just a good dude. He was like, everybody who came over there, he was drinking water, but if you wanted to come over there and have a drink, shit, go on, get a drink on me. When they closed the bar, when they closed the restaurant part where you couldn't order food, I'm sure he was glad because I'm sure he bought a whole bunch of T-bone steaks that night, just taking care of everybody, man. He's just he and Rachel, like they just good people, man. Good people are good people. But far as what he does for the sport, far as like if you watch their channel, like he's in the gym, him and Rachel when they in the gym and they running that shit like a boot camp. Like Rachel over here working with guys right here. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, go, 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 go. 2 minutes, go, go, go. And they just doing that shit. No Nito over here working with people on the bag. Go, go, go. Jab, hook, jab, hook. Like they running that shit like a boot camp. And these fighters in the Philippines can't get that nowhere else. That championship level experience, that tutelage, that knowledge, and that costs them money to be there. You get what I'm saying? It costs them to be there. Like their home is in Vegas. All the more reason to continue fighting.
So what? Right. All the more reason to continue. All the more reason to continue fighting. And I mean, at the end of the day,
like,
I don't know if you remember, but I don't disagree with that. But I
gotta go after this. I give you the final word. I gotta go after this.
Yeah, it's cool. I distinctly remember calling in a year or more ago and saying that this is when we still in semi-lock DZA. And I'm telling you that, look, we're going to get and this is the question was, are we going to get the Terence Crawford? Are we going to get the fight? And I said, well, I think we're definitely going to get the fight because at the end of the day, inflation, the economics of the world, these guys got, expenses and they got to pay expenses. And once you get used to, like my beef say, like Prodigy say, having cash is highly addictive, especially when you're used to having money to live with, right? That shit is like, guys, they got expenses to pay. They got a big mansion. They don't bought the cars. You know, they got kids and shit. They're gonna have to. Okay, you held out talking about you want some 25 million. Well, guess what? If you can't get the 25 million, when a guy say I can't get you 25, but I can guarantee you 9.5, that should start looking hella good. You know, and the only way these guys are going to get these checks is they're going to have to fight each other, and that's what you're starting to see, guys being willing to sell their zero.
Fair enough.
Anyway,
I appreciate you.
All
Man.
right, bro,
Thank
you
so
keep
much.
doing your thing, G.
Man, I can't do nothing but do my thing, man.
What the hell is going on?
Let me get my guy Clips up here. Clips don't call a couple times, and I keep missing him. Like he calling while somebody else up here. Let me call him back. The only show that calls you back, Breaking Beats with Mark Nash. I'm gonna call him back.
The Credential.
What's good, bro?
Mark Nash. Oh man, what's happening with you, man? Oh my God, man. I'm just 11 days from all this fry and all this bud smoke and all this gonna have to come to a head. It's gonna have to end. I will be buying the fight. Nice fight party at the spot. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be awesome. Just for Toby, just for Toby, for you know what I'm saying. I mean, you know, man, I don't know. Hey, but you know what though? I do gotta quote the scripture because he said it's Toby with I, like the book of Tobit. You know, in the book of Tobit, the angel Raphael came down to Tobit's son because he was supposed to be married to a woman who was possessed by a demon. And the angel commanded him to catch a fish and gut that fish and burn its gallbladder with jasmine to bless his house and drive away the demon. So saith the Lord. And so on July 29th, on July 29th, God damn it, on July 29th,
What up, gangsta?
Terence Bud Crawford is going to reach down into the water and grab that fish, snatch him up, reel him in, get that gallbladder. Oh, and that arena's going to smell like jasmine, the odor of sanctity.
Nigga, you crazy.
And you will know.
Clips, I was letting you cook, nigga. I was trying to be quiet, but bro, you got me rolling over here. I'm choking on some smoke, and it ain't even that good Vegas smoke. Hey, look, my weed tastes different coming from Vegas. I told my wife, I was like, you want to move to Vegas?
You spoiled.
I'm spoiled. She said, if we move to Vegas, I ain't never working again a day in my life. I was like, all right, well, we're going to be in Atlanta for a little bit longer than just a couple more weeks. You know what I'm saying? A couple more months.
Go on and get these checks up. Don't you got a Christmas bonus on the way?
Said, you move me to Vegas, you retiring me if we move into fight capital. And this what you gonna be doing all day, every day? I was like, yeah, I can do it. She was like, nigga, please, you don't even like people like that. She was like, you don't even like people. I said, I like them on the internet. She was like, yeah, but you ain't gonna be ripping and running like that. That was cool for a weekend, but I know you, nigga. I tell you what, if I'm with Rachel and Nonito every fight weekend in Vegas, hell yeah, I'm gonna be living my best life.
God damn it.
Them motherfuckers move like royalty out there, red carpet and everything and shit.
I mean, honestly, they are royalty, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And let's just cut the bullshit and we're not even doing no crazy capping or nothing like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like these were flowers we were throwing their way before they, you know what I'm saying, before they was on the show.
Peter real shit. Like Rachel and Nonito was introducing me like this, like, hey, this is our friend Mark. He has a turn this shit down in the background. It's bleeding back through. Or turn it down or mute it or something. They was like, this is our friend Mark. He has a good YouTube channel. Check him out. They was like, hey, nice to meet you. And then they was like, he also did the ring wall music for Nonito. They were like, oh, you did the ring. Then they don't stood up because I was standing up. They was standing down. Then they don't stood up. They want to hug me. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, they been bumping the record. You know what I'm saying? It was.
Hey, but like, that shit is straight.
Once they said I did that ring walk music, that introduction changed instantly. They was like, hey, this is our friend Mark. Hey, cool, nice to meet you, Mark. He did the ring walk. Oh, you did the song with JD? Oh man, nigga, hug my neck. I was like, wow. I felt like LL Cool J in there with the red bucket on. I was licking my lips so much, nigga. I had to get 3 packs of chapstick when I left the Cosmo.
It was crazy. It was
like,
crazy.
Yeah.
You know
I was in there like, yeah, baby, it's all love. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, baby. Know what I mean?
You
I was in there.
word up.
I was doing a bunch of, you know what I mean? A lot of lip licking, man. I thought I was LL Cool Nash in that motherfucker, man. But they showed
I'm
me so
trying to
much
tell you,
love
better,
in Vegas,
man.
man.
You better check your streams. You're going crazy in the Philippines right now. You need, you know what I'm saying? You might need to set up a Manila date. You know what I'm saying?
I swear I'm going to the Philippines, bro. I swear I'm going, and I'm gonna go. Hey, look, but they plugged me in with this young up and coming boxer. His name Christian. He's 23-2 with.
I saw the content,
yeah, bro. He's super dope, but he's based out the Philippines, and trust me, I'm gonna go to. I got it in my mind, bro. I want to go to the Philippines. I want to do cause the flight's so long. If I go to the Philippines, I gotta be there for like. I need 10 days, bro. I need 10 days in the Philippines to really enjoy it, get the work done, chop it up with the people, hit the gyms, you know, interview all the fighters. Like, man, it was.
And then it's a whole country with all its different islands and all like that. And then you can really get, you know, saying on your Mark International bag, and you know what I'm saying, because like even that alludes to what Jerry was talking about earlier, and they was alluded to in the chat. Like people don't understand that boxing, like football, like real football, not American football, like real football. I know we like to call it soccer. This is a world sport. Yeah. Where, you know what I'm saying? Like you'll be surprised. That's why shout out to Artem. Shout out to Frank Martin too. But what did I even tell you off the record? I saw
you
something
about
in
betting
Artem.
some money on him. You was like, yo, I see some money. And somebody told you to man, spend that money on Chipotle. You wasting your money. And I was like, shit. I'm watching the fight and I'm like, I wonder if Clips put at least 20 on this shit. Cause this shit looking like he about to come up off $20. Cause halfway through the fight, I think it was, I don't know the guy's name, but he was sitting beside Jeff Mayweather on the press row and he was talking to Fernando. I guess they was real cool. The guy was sitting beside me. And he was like, you know, it was like 1,000 to 1, right? He was like, somebody's about to get rich tonight. And unfortunately, he didn't get the nod, but that's neither here nor there. I got a couple questions, Clips. I need some answers from you.
All right, I got some answers.
How do you? First of all, let's start here. Which fan base is the most fanboyish? Is it the Spence fans or the Crawford fans?
I'm biased, but I will definitely say it's the Spence fans. Unequivocally, and I say this not just because of my affinity for Terence Bud Crawford. I say this for my affinity for the sport. Myself, like many people in Crawford County, we love Spence, the man, the boxer, Errol. We love him. You know, we want. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but blessings upon him and his family. And you know what I'm saying? We love to see that king shot. And then his fans started doing some things. And I said, nah, listen, I love both of these fighters. They literally made me, I'm just saying, you know what? I just want to see this fight because both these niggas some dogs, man. Let's go see what these guys can do up in the ring. And they really made me say, you know what, man? I beat his ass. Like I went from, I think Bud could win, to Bud whooped this dude's ass, and it had nothing to do with Spence as much as, you know what? I want some of these guppies to just go away, just shut the fuck up. You're out of, like, you know what I'm saying? That is just insane and crazy what you're saying. I get it. You like your fighter. I get it. We're talking shit. We're signifying. But at some point, what the hell are you saying? Like Life Jennings dropped. Like, oh my God. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is
that
insane.
Life Jennings drop be throwing them off. They'd be like, what is this?
But man, that part. That's exactly how I be feeling, and then sometimes with the narratives with them, they really are fish-like because they almost have like a Dory thing where, like, you know, their memory is so short. They'll bring up something that already got disproven either by just actual facts and knowing what the fuck you're talking about, or by Errol Spence or Derek James out their own mouth.
Okay, I got another question for you, Clips. Shout out to my guy Clips from Ohio. Man, y'all smash that like button on the way in the room. See a lot of new people in the chat, but the likes ain't going up. Smash that like button. Clips, here's the question for you. Here's the question.
Okay.
How do you feel about Errol Spence and Terence Crawford doing a coin toss for the ring walk? What's your take on that?
Um, I mean, I'm not surprised by it. Bud is a very competitive person. I could see him. I could see, honestly, now that the fight's 11 days away. Let's go. All right. I see Bud Crawford playing mental games with Spence, making him fight for every single thing. Since you want to play this 80-20 and all like that game.
I
Every
didn't think
single
of
thing
that,
is a fight,
Clips.
you punk motherfucker. Oh no, you know me, I'm cerebral. I would do the
Ooh.
same thing, and
He's
you gotta
like,
understand.
hold up,
Go
Clips.
ahead.
I don't mean to cut you off. I just want to add to what you're saying. Even with fighting a David Avanesian, like, because remember, Bud said when Al Heyman told him, like, well, Spence gonna make 8 figures with or without you. He was like, all right. He took that as a take it or leave it type shit. And he showed that I can go get 8 figures with or without you too. You get what I'm saying? And I would move on. Like, even with him going to take those meetings with Golden Boy, and Golden Boy presented him a proposal. All Bud did was take the picture. He didn't release no statements. Golden Boy did all the work, saying, yeah, man, we presented a proposal and an avenue to get to the Spence fight. Like, yo, you can fight Alexis Rocha, then you can fight not Oscar Valdez, that's a lighter weight. What's the Virgil Ortiz? And then we can, and then, you know, it's like a 3-fight deal, get you some upfront money, get you know what I'm saying? Knowing what we know now, thank God he didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because Bud always wanted the Spence fight. And Spence, knowing what we know now.
I'm not even going to put it on Spence because that was always off an established.
Spence keeps telling us
people want to play games with Bud. But you got to understand, we established this after we really started watching that $1 million worth of game episode and everything, and all that other stuff. When Bud finally got in front of the camera, and when you really got to see Bud's personality, I don't know if anybody was watching, the first thing you took, that's a competitive ass nigga. That's one of them petty ass niggas who know, okay, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you gonna play me? So I could see Bud making every single thing a fight. Sending that message to Spence, nigga, when you get in this ring, I don't even want to feel you out. I'm trying to touch you.
You know? All right. And let me ask you this: what makes the fight? What's your pay-per-view prediction?
On the low end, I'm seeing at least 750, but I really want to see them outdo Tank, and I want to see something we ain't never seen before, like 4.5, 6. And I'm talking about like everybody tuned in. Like, I got to see what I look like in the next couple of days. I might just order the fight a couple times type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need to see these numbers because shout out to both of them, because at the end of the day, this this made Spence want to flex his promoter hat a little more. You know what I'm saying? They pissed Bud off and made Bud have to step his business acumen up, as well as train and push himself to a whole nother level. And we're gonna see people pushing themselves to greatness, and that's a beautiful thing, and we want to see that in the sport and in life. And so, the only way people are going to applaud that and really pay attention to it, sadly, in this world, is if it makes money and it does numbers. So let them numbers go through the roof. And then
what would be a flop, Clips? What would be a flop?
I think a flop would actually be that 400,000, only 500,000, because that's just a good fight, period. All right, this is Hagler Hearns. This is the Great American Fish Fry on July 29th. Like goddamn Las Vegas, Terence Bud Crawford versus Errol Spence. Let's talk about it. And my man Mark Nash will be there.
Oh yeah, man. All the seafood going out. Hey, look, shout out to the seafood sales going up everywhere. Ain't nobody buying burgers and franks and ribs. Everybody got crawfish and fish on the grill. I gotta ask you this as well. Can we agree, or do you agree? Okay, I'm biased already. I'll just let y'all know I'm biased. Would you agree or would you disagree? The fact that having Nonito Donaire, which is another title fight on this card, boosts the quality of this pay-per-view card, because prior to, some people probably wasn't supporting this event. Like, man, I don't want to buy it. It's only fight I want to see up there is Crawford and Spence. I don't care about Isaac Cruz and then other than that, people didn't even know the other people. But now you got another notable name, and it's a title fight. Can we agree that Nonito Donaire boosted this card up a little bit?
Oh man, Nonito threw this shit through the roof. I mean, this was the goddamn, this was that goddamn what was that when Kobe threw that alley oop to Shaq to win the championship. Remember that one? This was that oop. Go and get. It's like going to get that. Going to get that. Like I don't know who did that. I don't know who quarterbacked that play. Whether that was, you know what I'm saying. I'm a suspect it was probably Rachel.
Yo. Now, after you get off the phone, I'm gonna call Rachel Nonito. I'm gonna see if one of them pick up the phone because now that it's out there, let's see if I can get them on the phone and talk about it a little bit. Talk about it a little bit.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Because I found out live on air and I couldn't really talk about it. Shout out to Pudo. I see you, bro. Tone Deaf. SF City Slicker. I see you, fam. This is Rob.
Yeah.
What up? So let me ask you this, Clips, and I'll let you land your plane and get the final thoughts. What's your pay-per-view prediction?
Like I said,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, like I said earlier, yeah, I do see at about definitely somewhere 750, 800, but I want to see it in the millions. And I do definitely, now when you brought that up, I want to see it high in the millions because not only do we have Isaac Cruz on the undercard, you know what I'm saying? He's got a great, huge following within the Hispanic world. We've got the Filipino Flash, future Hall of Famer, you know what I'm saying? Soon to be 10-time champion on there. The Philippines show up. You know how the Philippines show up and show out, you know what I'm saying, for their fighters. And I'm not even talking about Pacquiao back in the day. I'm talking about Nonito through all of his career. You remember how your show them crazy numbers when was it Masao fought? Remember when the Masao fight?
Mark Masao when he fought Gary Russell Jr.
Man,
they went crazy.
Man,
they went crazy.
Dummy dumb.
I
almost had to start speaking. I almost had to start speaking Tagalog. It was crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy. Everybody who called in, hey, I'm from the Philippines or I'm from Australia. Hey, I'm like, man. They said they fucked with Mark. And so I was like, yo.
Not Mark Nash. Not Mark Nash. Mark Masao. Just let you know.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. They fucked with Nash because of Masao.
Yeah, they was glad
because we was the only people who did the call. You did the live call.
And I was fair. I wasn't up there saying Gary Russell got robbed or making excuses. Nah, Mark Masao beat Gary Russell up, bro. He won that fight. And Gary did good with one hand, but he didn't do enough to retain his title. I didn't cap for the American just because he's black. Like, nah, bro. Like, he ain't throw enough.
And maybe it's because he only had one hand, but Mark won.
Period.
And that's at the end of the day. So hopefully we have great numbers. Because this guy, like I said, this actually shows the world that it's a world sport. And we got two black men, one from Omaha, Nebraska, one from Dallas, Texas, at the stage with the world watching. You think them boys over there in Dagestan ain't going to try to buy that and tune in? You think Artem and all the people over here in his boxing club and all them other German kids and British kids and all like that, all the young kids in West Africa, this has the potential to be that you know what I'm saying, that rumble in the jungle, where you're probably going to see some kids somewhere in the Caribbean where half the family's gathered around some little bullshit TV.
Okay. Well, Clips, tell people how they can reach you and follow you and how they can support you on your journey, bro. And I'm gonna try to take.
Oh man. Oh yeah. You know what it is, man. That guy Eclipse 330. You can Google me. That guy Eclipse. I got music out.
Clips with a Z.
On various different platforms. Yeah. ECLIPZ. I'm from broadcast from the great state of Ohio. And before I get out of here, I just got to say, just because I'm so proud of the amazing job you did this weekend. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have the Great American Fish Fry on July 29th, and it'll be sponsored by Jesse Leroy's Warehouse of Wings, Waffles, and Watermelon, right next to Wanda's Weave Emporium, across the street from Willie and Tink and them's. Come on down to the neighborhood and fuck with my guy, Mark Nash. We in the motherfucking neighborhood. All my neighbors, it's nothing but love. I'm gone.
Shout out to Clips. Hell of a call, man. Good call. All right. Man, I love that shit, man. I love that one. I gotta shorten these calls though, man. Every call can't be 25, 30 minutes, man. But like I said, I really enjoy doing these one-on-ones, man. I like the one-on-ones sometimes more than I like the panel, because the panel shit, like I said, that shit can get cluttered, frustrating, people yelling with each other. Now they got beef, they want to cuss each other. I'm like, look, I look at this shit sometimes like a birthday party. Everybody knows me. It's my party. Y'all don't know each other. I can talk to you a certain way, you can talk to me a certain way, but y'all can't talk to each other a certain way. Cause motherfuckers start acting crazy. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I could get one of my celebrity friends on the phone. Let me see if they're gonna pick up.
Hello.
How you doing, ma'am?
What's up?
You live on air, Martinez Breaking Beats. How you doing, sister? This is Rachel Donaire.
Hey, good thing you told me that we're live.
Yeah. Hey, look, I got to tell you, don't say anything that is going to incriminate you, me, or anybody else. How are you doing today, sister?
I'm good. I'm so much better than the later part of last week.
Talk to me. How did you enjoy the fight? I saw you in you had your little black dress on out there, moving and shaking like boxing royalty, like you supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? You and the king out there doing your thing. How did you enjoy the fight this weekend, sis?
I really enjoyed it. Like, you know, the thing is that I think a lot of people were sweeping on Hartunian, I think is how you pronounce his name.
Yeah, Hartunian.
Just because, yeah. Well, you know, because he's not as seen, right? He's not as talked about, and I think that's more of a casual thing than anything. Because if you follow boxing, he's been around. It's not like, you know, he has an amateur experience record. It's just people don't see him, and people don't interview him, and all these other things. So that being said, I thought it was really interesting that, you know, Frank Martin was starting really slow. You know, you never know what that is. Sometimes it's nerves. Sometimes it's maybe he didn't get enough warm-up rounds in. Maybe the air here is really different. You just don't know.
It could have been the rehydration too, because when I interviewed him in the post fight, he even spoke about how big the guy was. He was like, he was big as hell, right? Like, yeah. I even said, yeah, he looked like he was about 147. He was like, right, that motherfucker big as shit. Did you notice the size difference? Did the guy look big to you guys as well?
Yeah, he looked when he walked into the ring, because I didn't see like the weigh-ins or anything. But when he walked into the ring, I was like, how is this guy making 135?
Yeah, he blew the fuck
So
up.
yeah, I'm sure. Yep.
Can you talk to us about
yeah,
that?
no, I enjoyed it.
Rachel, let me pick your boxing brain, because some questions I can ask you that I can't ask normal callers, right? Because you're not normal. You're not a normal caller. But what is that? How do some guys like it? I remember watching HBO boxing as a kid, right? And they would say, Floyd Mayweather rehydrated up to 152 as a sign of how great of shape he was in. As in, like, when a guy doesn't rehydrate to a big weight, that means they were in shape. That's how I took that. When you don't rehydrate 20 pounds or 15 pounds more, that means you was in quote unquote good shape. But then I heard some people, I was a kid then, but then as I got older, I heard it's a science to when you, and I think you and I talked about it offline, or sometimes we talk about it online, where when you start cutting water and things like that to blow up, like, so guys can rehydrate, and they rehydrate big as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like Jamal and Jamal was very good at that, where Jamal would make 154, but this motherfucker balloon up, or he will make 160. Yeah. But when it's time to fight, he about 175.
Yeah. Well, you have to, like, so the comparison in, like, me and Nonito, when I was fighting cutting, like, one of the things you have to understand, though, is that the smaller weights, like, to gain 10 pounds is a lot. Like, so it's pretty unheard of for the smaller weights to gain that much. So you have to almost look at it percentage wise. When it comes to the bigger guys, like they are holding more water weight, right? They're bigger, so that a 10 pounds of a Charlo is not a 10 pound to Nonito, if that makes sense, right? Charlo could run a half a mile and probably lose two pounds, right? Where Nonito would have to run a bit more. So that being said, when it comes to rehydration, it is a science, and some boxers do it completely wrong. There's guys that cut out water way too early in the week, and dehydration it helps for every single function in your body, especially your brain. And if you're dehydrating too fast, then you're shutting down a lot of the functions that your body is supposed to be doing. And in addition, if you cut too fast, you're not gonna. That's when you call the dry cut. Like you can't, no matter what you're doing, you can sit in the sauna for an hour. Your body is refusing to sweat because you cut too early. You cut the water out. So
your body's like,
guys,
hey, Rachel, little joke. Your body's like, nigga, if I leak anything now, it's gonna be blood, nigga. I ain't got no more sweat.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Like your brain ain't got no water to float around. Like, because I tell people about a knockout punch. Like, look at your brain as like a orange in a jar full of water, right? It's bouncing off the walls. If you don't have no water floating that orange around in that jar, that orange is just banging the side of that wall. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's like some kids, like for some weird reason I've seen it, like they'll cut out water before they cut out food, and it's so crazy to me because the amount of sweat that they're not producing anymore closer to the weigh-ins, and the food that they ate is stock. They forget that water is the lubricant for your digestive tract. So then now they have a bunch of food in their stomach just because, I'm hungry. And then they can't move it. It's not going out. It's just sitting there. And then they can't sweat. So it's like they go into this really bad place when they do that. But like I said, cut right, like freaking water is the last thing you want to cut out, and if you do cut it, you're not necessarily cutting it like not completely out. But some of these guys completely cut water out. Like you're looking at like a Sunday, Monday, they're already like sipping on water. Nonito's downing water. And when I used to cut weight, I would down like the week before and the week of, I would down like freaking big bottles of water to get my body used to having this much content in and being able to expel it when I'm either training or I go to the bathroom. And then by Wednesday, then I cut that in like half to a quarter. And because my body's so used to pushing out this water, it continues to sweat. It continues, to help me biologically. But I don't know, sometimes people just, they're stuck in like, oh, well, this is how we do. This is how we used to do it, so this should work. It's like, yeah, but people died before. People have long-term physical problems from doing that.
Hey, I got to ask you why I got you here, too. Talk to us about the young man that you guys introduced me to, the young fighter from the Philippines. This kid, I was not familiar with him. I got to be honest. I was not familiar with him. He boxes at 108. He is dope as fuck. His name is Christian. Can you talk to us about him?
Yes.
And did you guys work with him while you guys were overseas?
Yeah, we worked with him and their top eight guys in.
Pronounce his last name for
Araneta. You have to roll your R. Araneta.
Araneta. My wife will love me to do that in the bedroom under the covers. Araneta. Okay, Araneta.
Yes.
I'm terrible with the rolling my R's, but I'm good at the other shit. You know what I'm saying? I gotta, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Ask the ladies.
We don't believe.
Shut up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
I hit the
God.
wrong drop. I hit the we don't believe you. You need more people.
You need more people.
Well, if I had more people to tell you, I would probably have herpes in my mouth. But I'm good at what I do.
This is true.
Yeah, respect. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't netta. How do you say it again? Say it again.
Araneta.
Man, I've been looking at homie's clips. Homie's dope. He said he got robbed in his last fight. What's your take on him, his career, how you guys been working with him, and what's going on with him?
No, his last fight, I think it was 2 fights before that. His last fight was the one where he actually made the guy throw up multiple times. Like once he threw up, like he just kept throwing up. So what that we were breaking.
You breaking.
One before that, I saw clips of it.
Rachel, you breaking a little bit. Okay, say it again. You clearing up now. Say it again.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So he was the last fight's the one that he made. I think it was a Thai guy like throw up multiple times. And I only watched clips of the one that he lost in. But I mean, the thing is that he's a tall 108. He is a tall 108, and the way that he punches, he snaps his punches, and he's a southpaw, is so it's crazy for a guy that fights at that weight. But so out of all the 8, he was the one that we brought out here, and he's basically done a gym sparring tour. Like we went to Arizona, we went to 3 or 4 gyms in Arizona. He did sparring there with guys there. You know, he brought him to Top Rank. I think they showed a clip at the one at Top Rank. He looked amazing. Like he was able to execute what we were telling him to do. He looked relaxed. Like the coaches, Coach Doc J and Paolo, the owner, was very, very pleased with his performance. I think we're gonna let him rest out for the rest of camp. Like he's not going to he's not scheduled to fight. But this was just for experience, So he was sparring twice a week here, training every day with Nonito, strength and conditioning, and in the boxing gym. So it was more so of getting him, comfortable with being outside the Philippines, training amongst people that you don't know, because of course when he's in the Philippines, they have sister and brother schools that come over and spar, and of course the people that are his teammates. Well, it's better to get the experience from different types of fighters, Mexican fighters that you might not always find, the American slick style, so that was more so of the experience we wanted to give him. So when he does go into the international arena again, it's not like he's not seen or been in the ring with this type of styles.
I gotta ask you. Let me see. I'm trying to pull it. While I'm talking, I'm stretching the time out because I'm trying to put one of his pictures up on the screen so the audience can see what he looked like and they can get familiar. Christian Araneta. Like his team that was with him, like are you familiar with the team and who's who, what is what? Because these guys, I ain't gonna lie, they were moving and shaking, Rachel. I'm gonna send you an IG, but this ain't for you. Really, it's just for me to send it to you so I have a receipt, so I can put something on the screen. I just want to put this picture on the screen. I want to put this picture of the screen on the screen. But he had his team with him, and these guys, man, they believe in him. Talk to us about working with him, and how much does he mean to the country? Because when I asked him about his favorite fighters, he was like, I was shocked. Favorite 3 fighters? Well, actually, I won't shout about 2 of them because he is from the Philippines. Favorite 2 fighters: Manny Pacquiao, Nonito Donaire, and he said Floyd Mayweather. Interesting, right? And I was like, well, they was rivals at one time. And he was like, yeah, man, but he's still my guy. Ain't that dope? Floyd, they still love Floyd in the Philippines, huh?
They do, but the thing is that like you can't like always, and we'll see this a lot, right? With a lot of Filipino boxers that we've watched fight, like they almost emulate Manny too much, right?
Yes.
And Manny's
Yes.
style works for Manny. Man, you know, and even if you decide to try to fight southpaw, you're still not going to have the exact same movement,
Nonito
and
don't
you're not
fight
going to
like
fight the same
Manny.
people.
Right. And Manny don't fight. Nonito don't fight like Manny. That's why I think what's always made him so dope too. He had his own style.
Yes. So the fact that he, you know, they try to emulate, like get the best of both fighters and try to make their own style is really the reason why he has him in there as one of his favorite fighters as well. Because, you know, Filipinos, like Mexicans, are known to just come and fight, you know, but there's going to be a time where that's not going to work, and you have to be able to have that in your arsenal to be able to pull off a win.
Hell yeah.
If you don't have it and your gas tank is out and you're trying to brawl, like, what are you going to do? Do you know how to jab? Do you know how to, you know, defensively jab? Do you know the different types of jabs? Do you know how to defend yourself, like against ropes? Like any of those things
clinch
really
do
wasn't
you know how
Manny's
to hold
style.
and get yourself together?
Yeah, but Manny wasn't the one that was ever like on the ropes. That wasn't his style.
Mm-mm.
So they couldn't take that from Manny. They have to take it from another fighter.
And low key too, with all due respect, Manny Pacquiao's his right hook isn't like Nonito's left hook. His lead, you get what I'm saying? The way Nonito's lead hand is with his left hook, he put him to sleep. Manny wasn't really putting him to sleep like that with one punch with his lead right hook. And that ain't no diss to Manny Pacquiao. No. You know what I'm saying? He's an all-time great. I gotta pick your brain on this one. I'm gonna let you go because I heard you in the car and I heard you moving around, so I feel like you just got home. I'm gonna let you do what you gotta do. 3 questions for you. Pay-per-view predictions. What is your pay-per-view predict? Actually, it's 4 questions. First question: what is your pay-per-view prediction, Rachel Donaire?
God, I have to say it's 3/4 to at least $1 million, and that's the low ball number.
750.
And like this.
And what would be a failure?
At the very least.
And what would be a failure? Like, wow,
I think anything under $500,000.
The flop.
Anything under half. Yeah.
Now, are you a little biased because then you guys on that car? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, y'all know y'all boost this shit.
No, I think.
You know y'all boost this shit a little bit, right?
No, I think it's more so of the fact that like it's been dragged out for so long, right? So there are people that have a lot of narratives and a lot of course, like
y'all know
super
y'all brought
fans
them Filipinos
and things
to
like
Vegas this weekend. Them motherfuckers were deep. They were mad as hell that
I
y'all
know.
They was mad as hell that y'all weren't fighting. But you know what? They drunk it away and they gambled it away. They was like, well, fuck it. I'm here anyway. But y'all had the Filipinos in this motherfucker. Y'all was deep.
Yeah.
Deep. Everywhere. I saw them flags everywhere. I gotta ask you this as well. How are you guys disappointed that you guys didn't fight this weekend? Or you guys like this is a blessing in disguise? What's your take, Rachel?
No, I think it's always a blessing. I think that things happen for a reason. You know, we had heard a bit about like some injuries and from people around and the boxing gyms and things like that. And you know, I always put it out there like, hey, like we're here. But at the same time, like it was like some of my people's flights like were all screwy. I had to buy more flights for them to come in. Then the hotel wasn't going to be available for the days that some of my guys, because my guys like to come in like Saturday. They like a whole week to be here, you know. And then what else happened? Some of the tracksuits didn't come in. There was just a whole plethora of things that I was like, oh God, like just back to back and slammed. But you know, at the end of the day, Nonito hadn't stopped eating yet, so he wasn't like, you know, again,
don't tell too much. Don't tell too much, please. All right, let me go to the next question. Let's go to the next question because I told y'all I'm biased, and I protect my friends. I protect them from themselves. We ain't talking about shit. Which fan base is the worst? Spencer Crawford. We gotta talk about it. Spencer Crawford is the main event. This is like event fighter fans been waiting. I think this is the most anticipated match of the year. This is the only fight this year that fans have been waiting for years. Like nobody asked for Charlo and Canelo. I'm sure that's gonna do great numbers, but nobody asked for that fight. And I mean, both guys had losses. Both guys got draws. Like. This fight right here is this is really undefeated. No draws, no losses. Two guys known to knock each other out. Which fan base is the worst? Yeah, and they both have belts. And everything is on the line. It's undisputed.
I can't even say that there's one that's worse than the other. Like I think
No, Rachel.
Because I don't want to be partial about this because of the fact that, like, listen, like at the end of the day, everybody knows that I have Crawford winning. YB even told Spence because YB wanted to be an ass.
He did that to you. Yo, he told Spence that, and while you were standing there.
No, he was like, "Oh, have the Donaires come through the gym," and he was like, "You know, they got Bud, right?" He's like, "No, tell him to come through." I was like, "I'm not." You was at like, why you tell him that?
He told that at the Spence gym, at the Spence camp in Vegas.
Yeah.
Oh, he told that to Troy Osley too. Likes me. Man, YB like put people on the spot. He did that with Troy Osley too. He was like, "Yo, my man Mark be having everybody want to fight him, man. They want to beat him up because he be saying stuff about Spence." And Troy Osley looked at me like, "I don't know if I want to do an interview with you right now, bro. Like, what you about to ask me?" I was like, no. Like, YB, why you saying that? Like, I was like, don't say that for Troy. Like, I'm a cool dude, bro. Like, I'm not on no bullshit, bro. If you don't want it in the video, I won't put it in videos. It's not live but yeah, he was trying to put me on the spot in front of Troy Osley. But Troy Osley didn't even know I was working with a matchmaker. Shout out to Keisha Morizel. I'm sorry, I'm probably messing her last name up, but shout out to Keisha in Vegas. She's a matchmaker in Vegas. I be messing up names all the time. I don't know if it's Morizel or Morizelli, you know what I'm saying? Morizel or Morizelli, but she's a matchmaker in Vegas. And I told Troy I was like, bro, I was trying to help find a fighter from Atlanta for your New York card, but nobody wanted to take that payday for that low amount to get beat up by you for 6 rounds, bro. And we were sitting there, we kind of end up figuring out which card it was because I was able to tell him the date, the venue, and he was like, "Oh, I remember that fight." He remembered who the main event was, but yeah, young Billy, man, you got to stop doing that, man. Stop trying to put people on the blast, man.
What do you mean by that?
You're gonna mark that.
Yeah, young Billy be just putting niggas on the blast, man.
No, that comes with the territory. We're completely the usual suspects of boxing, and if it's spade a spade, you're gonna get your feet held to the fire on it 100. Yeah. And I wasn't gonna back off. If he even asked me, I would have told him. Like, but at the same time, I'm also the one that defended him against what Crawford did with Avanesian. So, I mean, are you really going to be that mad? But back to the fan base. The thing is that like all fan bases have the craziest people. Like you have the casuals who are like, and then you have like the mid fans. But then it seems like there's just really, really loud ones that you always hear everywhere, right? And they'll do anything for their fighter. They're blindly in love, and their fighter can do no wrong. So I've heard arguments from both sides where it's like they're either speculating, assuming, or really don't know. Like one of the irritating things that got me, like in the very beginning of when he, when he fought Avanesian, was honestly, and I'm just gonna like. And I put it out there. I go, so what's BLK Prime? They're like, oh, it's black owned. I was like, and it's a black only network. And I was like, but if you go to their website, that's not what it says. Facts. Like it's all nationalities. So Facts. Why are you pushing this narrative? And they're like, oh, you don't know, BLK's always stood for black. I go, last time I checked, it was block, like the block, like block number 47 of a house, right? Mm. Like. But okay, I don't know.
Hey, look, you just enlightened me. I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I grew up with. So I was like, that's what I thought. And when I went to their website, it's multiple nationalities, international on
look,
that
Chris
platform.
Cyborg fought on that card. She ain't black. David Avenesian, he ain't black. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think when you start limiting yourself with color and things like that, you really limit your broadband. You know what I'm saying, Rach? Like,
yeah, but then where did all those people, like, so it's like they that argument gets thrown out the window because now Bud's fighting on Showtime, right? Because he said it was the next best thing. And so when you bring it up, they're like, oh, well, it doesn't matter. It's like, yeah, kind of does matter. You said this like a year ago, not a year ago, but 6 months ago that it was the new best thing. And that was your so hype and everything like that. And like, now you're backing off that pedal, and they just move the goalposts so many times when they're doing that stuff. You know what I mean?
I don't even hear them doing it. I always hear it like the fan base is doing it. I don't hear nobody from BOK Prime talking about it.
No. The fan bases. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, each fan base will have blind followers, and they are the loudest, and that's who you hear is the people you really can't argue with, regardless of what you say. Like, like there's a whole fan base for Inoue that hates me, and they're like, oh well, did you really have to point out that? Why were you saying like, oh really, you can't get new seal gloves? And I'm like, it was illegal. What did you want me to do? Like, sugarcoat it for you? Like, if it was illegal, it's illegal, point blank, done. There's no question about it. But you want to defend that he brought in unsealed gloves to the glove selection. Like, I'm not going to play with you. But you're blindly following, and you're just like, it shouldn't matter. No, it's in the rules. You can't do that, but they make these they just, whatever the guy does, whatever their idol does, is, it doesn't matter. Like, they can literally do anything and they will find a rhyme and reason. So what I think we're just seeing is the loudest of those tiers of fans. And they go all over the place, and they'll fight anyone, and they won't be one of, like, I remember, God, I can't remember the guy's name. Actually, the guy's been here, but I'm not going to say his name. And I was like, well, this and that about Bud, and he's all, well, I feel like Bud probably thinks. I was like, do you listen to your argument? Like, it's not even based on what's presented to us. Like, you're actually thinking you're living in.
What the hell is going on? They don't listen to themselves. They just be talking.
No. Yeah, but then you hear Spence, and I feel like, I don't know, you hear Spence guys saying stuff about Bud too, that, he hasn't fought anyone, and that he was always protected by Bob, and
if he was protected by Bob, they wouldn't have gave him Yorkis Gamboa in his first home fight. As soon as you win a title, you want to fight at the crib? You want to fight in Omaha, Nebraska? All right, you got to fight this gold medalist. You got to fight this dude. He got the exact same record as you, no losses, same wins, same knockouts. Like, I remember watching that fight, and the Showtime broadcast almost verbatim said what I said. Well, you want to fight in your hometown in Omaha, Nebraska? Shit, you gotta fight somebody. That's what Larry Merchant was saying during that fight, and he was like, "Is it possible that a guy who can come from Omaha, Nebraska, where fighting isn't even their thing, to beat a guy who comes from Cuba, where this is all they do, and you about to fight a two-time gold medalist? Like, this is what you about to fight tonight. All right, we're gonna see if that was a fluke with Ricky Burns or not." So 50 Cent came in with Gamboa. It was a big thing, but that's neither here nor there. Whole nother conversation. So I got a couple more questions. You at the crib now? You settled? Cause I'm gonna do a couple more calls, and I'm gonna do a members only. If you up, I'm gonna call you. I got a good members only topic. Is loyalty? Does loyalty have an expiration date on it? Don't answer it now. But if you able to pull up for this members only, I would love to talk to you about that. That's the topic. Does loyalty have an expiration date? So let me ask you this. Interesting. That goes with everything: life, relationships, marriage. We're gonna talk about it. Coin toss. I heard Spence talk about this he said the ring walk, who comes in second is gonna be based off of coin toss. Rachel Donaire, what is your take on that? Do you think that's a stall tactic? That's like, is that just ego and pride? Or do you being in your position, does that give a fighter an edge mentally going into that fight? Like, yeah, I'm going in as the champion. Like, I leave this motherfucker waiting in the ring till I get out there, because you guys are definitely going out second, right? When you guys fight Santiago, is that correct?
Yeah.
Right. So
yeah, we're going out second, but
did you guys negotiate?
I mean, I honestly
that,
think it.
Well, did you? I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, sis. I gotta ask. Did you guys negotiate that? Did you? Oh, I'm sorry. You are the manager and the trainer. Did you negotiate that, or was that a given? How did that work for you in your situation?
I didn't negotiate it. They said that's what we're doing.
And Alejandro Santiago acquiesced. He just like, yeah, okay,
yes.
No problem.
I mean, he's technically, he's B-side.
He understands his position.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But if you're looking at the position with Bud and Spence, like I can see Bud fighting Spence on it, and Spence, like, with all their, back and forth during the negotiation of what Bud wanted, and Spence saying, hey, like, no, like, that's the one thing I'm not going to give on. And I think that it was probably a stalemate at this point where Spence is like, you know what? We're not going to argue about this. We're not moving off of it. So let's just throw it up to something that we can't control, which is a coin toss, right? Because you got to move along the negotiation. Like, you can't sit on one spot of the negotiation for like 3 weeks. Like, there's so many other things that you have to negotiate. And this is my one question, because I haven't gotten the answer to this. What time are the weigh-ins? Because I would think that Bud would have wanted the latest possible. Were you arguing about ring walks? I would have given him the.
He cares about that. I don't think.
But he cares about the ring walk.
I think he cares.
Yeah,
about
but
that
we're
more
talking
than
about
the
mental strategy, though. We're talking about mental strategy, and everybody's saying.
Though, Rich. And I think he don't care about. I don't think he cares if that dude comes in at 200 pounds. I want to win, and I'm gonna win. But when the way I'm presented to the public, I want to be presented in the proper way. Keep in mind, PBC used to keep him off the banner when they would do their Showtime fights, and they would list all the champions. They wouldn't even list him as the champion. Remember, Keith Thurman called it the WB No. It's the WB No.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's still like when you wait as the opponent in the ring, like, it seems like forever. 1, 2, there's no rushing the other guy. Like, commission's not going to push you. Showtime's not going to push you. You could stand there for a decent amount of time. I mean, you can't do 10 minutes and you're just standing in one spot, but you could do that little bounce and take little half steps and then take forever to get there, considering how long the tunnel is. I mean, as long as your ring walk music doesn't finish out, right?
We're going to have our shit
that's
on,
a mental tactic.
on loop. We're going to have our shit on loop. I'm going to get, the version I'm going to give y'all to play, I'm going to have the song like the song going to look like it's 10 minutes long. They're going to have to cut that shit off because that shit going to start over. The version we're going to submit to Showtime, we're going to have a 10-minute ring walk. Fuck them. This 20,000, baby. This 20,000. I'm coming out.
But what I'm saying about the
Rachel, I just want to tell you thank you again, man. I'm sorry. Thank you for everything, sis. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, I know I'm fine.
But what I was going to say about the weight,
because that's what the ladies tell me. I know I look good, man. But
you're funny. No, the stuff about the weight though is not. It's because of the fact that, like, again, if you listen to what everyone says and you listen to what Bud said when Errol poked him in the stomach and he was like, yeah, that's hard, huh? 6-pack, huh? Blah 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 blah. And he was like, look at you fat. Like, so if we're talking about mental games, the most mental game you really are, like, what also messes with you is the weight. And if he makes him wait as long as he wants to, like, as not wants to, because there is a certain cutoff with the commission, to make that weight instead of making it, hey, wake up in the morning, get it done. Because if you wake up in the morning and do a 9 o'clock weigh-in, you have what, 24 plus 12 hours to rehydrate and get right. But if you do it at 1 or 3, instead of having breakfast, lunch, and dinner plus snacks that day, you're probably only going to have lunch and dinner, if that, right? So that's why I'm saying it totally, I'm surprised that isn't something that's a tactic that Bud tried to use against Errol.
Yeah, I don't see him doing that. I don't see him doing that. But all right. Okay.
Well, we're talking about a ring walk, which is mental. This is the same thing as with it. Like, you don't think that Devin Haney and Lomachenko weighing in at 9 o'clock in the morning was totally for Devin and not Loma? It totally was for Devin. He had to weigh in twice to make the official weigh-in. That was on Devin's.
That was Devin playing mind games.
It was for his benefit. Because he already knew Loma told him that he looked like a heavyweight or a middleweight or something.
Yeah. So what about?
Well, the more that you can fill up, the bigger you're gonna look.
Pause. but I gotta ask you this: what about when it comes to the weigh-in that we saw right after that too, right before that, where Tank Davis, they did a late weigh-in. Do you think that was mind games as well? Like Tank Davis remember Tank Davis when he fought Ryan, they had a late
so that one, the reason they did that is because then Ryan can't eat until the late weigh-in, right? But then Ryan he's trying to rehydrate, but also not enough because he has to weigh in the next morning. So now your window of eating and drinking gets smaller.
Okay, so that was
it's all calculation.
So that's Tank Davis fucking with Ryan. Like, so a lot of us thought that at the time, like yo, why Tank Davis doing this? Why we having such a late weigh-in? Like, that was Tank Davis making Ryan dry out even more, right?
That's totally all negotiation tactics and making sure that you get the best advantage. I mean,
okay.
I mean, you talk about like it. There's a slight, like, I feel like there's a fine line between mind games and advantages, because you're trying to get an advantage to play these mind games when you know that cutting weight for all fighters is the most horrible experience. It's they love the fight, they hate the weight cut. Every single one of them, none of them enjoy the weight cut. That's why you see fighters like really like go off the week of the fight. Like, they have no time or no energy and no smiles for anything. They'll take no bullshit. They have no patience. That's the most time you will get yelled at a fighter.
Okay. And this will be my last question for you. Hold on 1 second. Excuse me. I need to cough. I didn't want to cough in everybody's ear. We got Devin Haney. And I'm going to a members only panel. I'm gonna drop the link, but it's only for members. If you are not a member, I will not allow you on the panel. This is a members only panel, and it's going to be a short members only panel because I'm about to do a members only live stream in 17 minutes. 17 minutes. I'm gonna go to members only panel, and we're gonna do a members only. Well, actually, members only panel start now, and it's gonna be a short members only panel. Come and do a members only live stream, and we're gonna continue the party there. Rachel, I gotta ask you, Devin Haney. WBC has given Devin Haney till Friday to decide if he's gonna fight Regis Prograis at 140 or you're gonna fight Shakur Stevenson at 135. I know you're not in any of these three camps, so I know you can't give us you can't give anybody, tell them what they should and shouldn't do, because you don't know how they cut weight, how they making weight. But your professional opinion, because you are the industry professional on this motherfucking live, you know what I'm saying? You do this shit. This is what you do. You know what I'm saying? Big dog. Even hey, look. And don't let her hype fool y'all on this picture on the screen. She got heels on right here. Motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm tall. You got me looking small up here. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to the sister. But you got to tell me, Rachel, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think should happen? Should Devin Haney, and this is, like I said, this is your unsolicited opinion, because like I said, you're not in those camps. But what, based off how you seen the guys look on scales, based off their last performances, should Devin Haney stay at 135, fight Shakur Stevenson? Should he go up to 140 and move on and fight Regis Prograis and you know the Regis Prograis and the Teofimo Lopez's of the world? What do you think is gonna happen, and what do you think should happen?
I mean, Nonito has talked to Bill live before, on a live stream, and he sounded like he was pushing to move Devin up. If that really is the case, like,
I had
you
him on my
know,
show,
the fact
he said
that
the same. I'm sorry, I didn't cut you off.
yeah,
He
so
said the
I
same
mean,
thing.
yeah, so no, manager and trainer, I believe he is as well, and his son, and he knows what weight cut weeks feels like. You know what I mean? Like, if he's saying that, then they should move up. And you know, and it's going to sound like a duck. It is going to, right? It's going to sound like a duck no matter what he does. Let's just be honest. If he doesn't fight Regis, they'll be like, well, why didn't you want to fight Regis? Like, I thought you couldn't cut weight. If he doesn't fight Shakur, they'll be like, oh, you ducked Shakur. Either way. So the question is, like, with him already being undisputed at 135, what does it prove for him to fight Shakur if he really does want to move up? Because if he loses the opportunity at this point to fight Regis and be able to make that matchup because of the fact that he can see 135 right into the 140 spot, is that worth losing that opportunity?
I'm sorry, sis.
Or not?
Hello, Rach, you was breaking up a little bit. You got to say that all again. Say that last part again. You was breaking up.
Just the fact that, like, if he fights Shakur, like, what is he going to win? It's kind of like the Loma thing, right? But I mean, Loma was a triangle theory. It was beat the man that beat the man that beat the man. So he's like, well, if I beat the man that beat the man that beat the man, let me just go beat the man.
So then you stop. Move back. I can hear you now, but then you got static in the line. I'm sorry, sis. Say it one more. I heard you.
Can you hear me now?
Perfect. Don't move. Go ahead.
Okay. With Devin and Loma, it was more of the triangle theory of I beat the man who beat the man who beat the man, but people were like, yeah, but you didn't beat Loma. So he's like, okay, well, let me go back and beat the man. With Shakur, what does Shakur bring to the table that would increase his worth at 135?
Nothing. Nothing. That's
okay.
what I've been saying.
If
like,
you can't,
Shakur's not a big pay-per-view star. He ain't packing out like Wembley Stadium type shit, like football arenas. And I love Shakur, and I think he's dope, but Shakur is at more of an advantage than Devin. So I just feel like he's growing into the weight to the point he actually missed weight in his last title defense. He just said, fuck it. And I remember that interview with Kate Abdo. I'll never forget it. And I saved it just for the Shakur fans. When he said, oh, normally I do 8 and 12 week camps, but for this guy right here, Conseca, I'm only going to do a 6-week camp. And she looked at him like, she was Kate Abdo. She was like, oh, okay, you're only going to do a 6-week camp. Okay. And she just kept it moving. And then this motherfucker missed weight. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully.
See, and honestly, me as if you were like, and Nonito will fight me on this, right? If I was Conceição's manager at the time, and Shakur did that, and he's like, well, I'm gonna get paid, doesn't matter if I got stripped on the scale. In that state, I believe, was it Jersey?
Yes, it was a hometown fight for him. He blew weight, said fuck being a unified champ, I'm gonna miss weight because I know I'm moving up anyway. I just want to it was an advantage. Shout out to HOD. I know HOD. He ain't been on the show since he told me to shut the fuck up and call me a bitch and a hoe. And I told him I love him, but you got to get off my show tonight. But HOD, you still a member to the neighborhood, and you always welcome home, my brother. I still love you. But you cannot tell me to shut the fuck up on my own show. That's something that can't happen. You know what I'm saying? You had to leave that night. But you always a welcome back, HOD. And I still love you. But HOD, we did a members only episode, and he was telling me, he was like, Martin Nash, that's a tactical advantage that he did. He know he's gonna drop the belts. He knows he don't give a fuck about the finish shit. He missed weight on purpose because he just wanted a tactical advantage. I want you to speak to that, and then I'll let you land your plane, and I'll leave you alone, and we're gonna go into members only.
Okay. HLD, I love you, but you're wrong. Because at the same time
hold on. Let me put a case on him. Go ahead.
The fact that Shakur didn't make the weight made it harder for him to move into the next division. Okay, as a champion, he would have been right there in line to challenge the champion of the next division. Okay, he screwed that up. Number two, if I was Consacau's manager, like I said, and at that point, knowing the state of New Jersey, and I didn't miss the weight, you did, I would tell my fighter, I know you did all this training and I know you cut, but Shakur, like, we're not going to gamble on this fight. You are still going to get paid under New Jersey law. You pull out of this fight, you still get paid, and we will fight for the vacant title. And you will be first in line because it wasn't your fault.
You lost me a little bit, sis. Hold up. What you mean? How does that even work?
Consacau was supposed to fight Shakur. Shakur wasn't able to make the weight. But based on New Jersey law, Consacau still gets paid.
Right.
Without fighting Shakur. So I would have taught his dumbass a lesson and said, well, you think that you're going to fight me and just because you can and you don't want to even try to make the weight? Well, I'm just going to say, no, screw y'all. I'm giving my money and I'm going to fight the next in line because now you just lost the belts.
Yeah, but sis, on the flip side, and I hear the champ in the background. Shout out to Nonito. What up, champ? But sis, I want to say this though. On the flip side, the public perception though, nobody would know that. He would have got a check, of course, but Shakur would have still fought in New Jersey that night. He would have fought somebody. The show would have went on. Do you get what I'm saying? And people would have.
I understand,
but my perception would have been like, Consacau, you a duck. You duck Shakur. Because Shakur has more media presence behind him. Like, you can look on any of these YouTube daddies. That's my term. I need to trademark that. YouTube daddies. The YouTube daddies would have said Consacau duck Shakur. And Shakur had to fight somebody else.
Okay, Consacau ducked Shakur, but Shakur is no longer the champion, so it doesn't matter. Consacau is still going to get paid, and he's going to go on without losing to Shakur and winning against someone who's a lesser opponent. So as a manager, honestly, the YouTube or Twitter,
you would have got your guy that title.
Yes, that's the whole point of this game.
But your guy wouldn't have fought that night.
Doesn't matter to hater.
But your guy wouldn't have fought that night on that day, right? Or
do I believe Consacau could?
I'm just asking a question. I'm sorry if I'm cutting you off because I did have some tequila tonight, respectfully. I just want to make sure I'm hearing this right. Shakur still would have fought in New Jersey in his hometown. He still would have had his hometown fight. Of course, the belts wouldn't have been on the line. He would have fought whoever, fill in the blank. He would have fought Martin Nash, like that, Lisa Bells, Pittsburgh T. I'm just shouting out people from the chat. He would have fought Stephen Bateman from Australia. And he would have fought Stephen Bateman from Australia that night. Jerry Tasker from Baltimore. But it wouldn't have been for a title. Okay. It just would have been a homecoming fight. But on the flip side, when would Consacau actually got his title shot and his payday? Because this is what he do for a living. When would he got his title shot? When would he got a fight?
He would have gotten his payday that night, one. Two, he would get his title shot once the WBC tells him who he has to fight. Or was it WC? I don't remember which one he was in, but
Yeah, I think
one
it was
of them.
WBC. I think it was WBC.
Oh, Nonito says WBC and WBO. So
Yeah, 'cause he was
whoever
unified. He was
mandates,
unified.
yeah. So whichever one was where Konsekai was landing, that's when he would have gotten the title shot because it's vacant now.
I needed that.
So again, as a manager, if I believe my fighter cannot beat Shakur, why would I put a loss on his record for no reason? Because the public perception is something. My whole point as a manager is to get him to become world champion.
Yeah. Last question for you, Rachel Donaire, manager and trainer of future Hall of Famer Nonito Donaire.
Like 10 questions later.
I'm sorry,
I'm just
sis.
kidding.
I gotta ask you one more.
I love you. I love you.
I love you more. I promise.
Okay, go.
I promise I love you more. Was it a push for you guys to get to the co-main event? Because you guys, I have a theory on this, and I don't want to call this leading the witness, but put a case on me. You guys got moved from one event to the next event, right? Last minute, week of, right? Week of the fight. Or was it a week? Yeah, week of.
Tuesday, yeah.
From Tuesday, you guys get told, hey, you're not fighting this Saturday. Actually, you're fighting another 2 weeks from now. Talk to us about, and I need this for the audience. The audience needs this manager, trainer, life experience, like understand what it's like to being in the life of a fighter, and being not only the life of a fighter, but being the wife of a fighter. You get what I'm saying? And this, and you see how I do my show. We got a lot of women that support boxing on this channel. I think I probably have one of the largest women audience in boxing. That's as far as like not people just watching the show. No, they are invested. Food Revolution. Like I could just keep going. Lisa Bells, Nick Ridge, Abigail. Like I don't want to start naming them because once I start, I'm gonna name too many and I'm gonna forget some people. But I named the names based off how long y'all been supporting the show. Shout out to girl behind the mic too. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. Queen P. You know what I'm saying? Queen P. Miss Sunkiss. Patricia Shelton. Like it's a lot of ladies that love boxing.
Lady Chan. Lady Chan got beat your ass.
Lady Chan. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Once you start naming them, you're gonna get in trouble because you don't name everybody. But I said that to say this. Women love this sport, and you are a power figure in this business, and you have a fucking champion, a future Hall of Famer on your roster. You got that green WBC belt. People can try to say whatever they want to say about Rachel Donaire, but Rachel Donaire coached Nonito to a fucking world championship. Can the church say amen? Sis, I gotta ask you, how was the negotiation process? Not being the trainer, take the trainer hat off. On the manager side, was it about what was the negotiation about? Was it a phone call? Was it just something you guys just acquiesced to? Because with all due respect, bro is 40, and the longer he sit out, the longer he's sitting out. Was it about just getting the opportunity and just getting on this card? Was it about just getting a fight, getting a title shot again, getting back in that title, getting that belt around his waist again? Because bro been a champion longer than he hasn't been a champion at this point. Like bro been a champ since he been a champ. You feel me? So what was that like, being told that you guys switched there, but you still not the co-main? You was the co-main on the other card, but now you guys drop down a slot. Do you guys look at it like, hey, they want us here in this spot to get asses in seats early because people want to see Nonito? Or do you guys look at it like, no, we should negotiate harder? Like Isaac Cruz has not accomplished nothing that Nonito Donaire has accomplished. And that's no disrespect to Isaac Cruz, but he's no Nonito Donaire, and he would know that. The world knows that. He's not a 9-time world champion, future Hall of Famer. His claim to fame is being a last-minute replacement for Rolly Romero and putting up a good fight against Tank Davis, who only had one hand. And that ain't no diss. These are the facts. did you guys, was it a negotiation process or was it just a phone call? And we was like, hey, it's 20,000 people versus 3,000 people. Let's go. Or was it like, man, why are we here? Was it a I'm just trying to pick your brain, your negotiation brain, and what happened.
No, yeah. So, I literally, Nonito walked into the gym. It was Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Nonito was in the gym. He was sitting there. He hadn't wrapped yet. And I had gotten the call, and it wasn't a force at all. It wasn't like, you need to do this. It was, hey, I know you wanted this opportunity. And since you spoke on it before, we're giving you the first shot. And I asked questions about, who we're placing and where we're on the card. And what I did is I pulled Nonito out of the gym. We sat in the car and we talked. And then I ended the phone call and I said, give us 30. We need to talk to our team. But that 30 minutes ended up being 2.5 hours because I respectfully said, listen, this is, as much as I want this card, like, because I feel like it's a great card to be on. And as a manager, that's what I want to do. As a manager and a trainer, I need to make sure that mentally my fighter is okay with this. Because you have to understand what happens with fight week. Fight week is like you're starting to zero in, right? Is tonight enough to pull the reins back? That we can pull it back and it's not going to be a distraction. It's going to be a motivation. So I had to, the entire team had to sit and wait because I basically told him, like, you need to give me 2.5 hours because Nonito's he's going to meditate on it in the ring. He's going to see how he feels. Like, he's going to, go through the training and see if he can pull it back and hold that excitement, I guess, for lack of a better word, to not be so really, really excited for his fight on Saturday. And after that was all said and done, we got on the call again and said, hey, put us in. We need to talk about some things, but I want you to know we're in. And they said, okay, we'll talk tomorrow. There was a little bit of more negotiation the next day, but I had to pick and choose my battles because at this point you have to understand, if Nonito believes on Tuesday night, which he hadn't eaten yet on Tuesday, and he's like, well, you need to tell me because if not, then I'm just going to keep eating. And I screw it up as a manager on Wednesday because I'm trying to fight for that co-main spot. It's not worth it. We could lose that spot just because. And respectfully,
and who are you?
When they
who
said
you're negotiating with? I'm sorry, you said respectfully, and you keep saying they. And who are you negotiating? Are you negotiating with?
Well,
Showtime?
Richard and Al.
Richard
No.
and Al.
Richard
Haney.
and Al. Yeah.
They're negotiating.
Yeah. So
you're talking to Richard and he's talking to Al.
Yes, on this one, yeah. Because there was no way I was going to call. I wasn't going to call Al at 12:30 at night. Richard will do that, but I'm not that close to. Because again, like, we're Vegas time.
Rachel, I get it. I'm just trying to give people in the audience a glimpse behind what's going on behind the curtain, and I'm sure they appreciate it. I can tell they appreciate you giving us just insight. So you talk to Richard. Richard talks to Al. This is 12 a.m. in Vegas time on the Tuesday.
No, East Coast. No, East Coast time. Al's at 12:30. It's 9:30 in Vegas,
okay,
and that's so they asked me for the answer at 7. Yeah, they asked me for the answer at 7, and I said I needed time. And by the time the time came back up, I knew what time it was in the East Coast, and I wasn't comfortable with calling that late. So I told Richard.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
And then Richard called me back within 5 minutes. And was like, it's done. I was like, okay, confirm. We're a go. We'll talk about it tomorrow. And so when it was brought up about his card placement, it was like, I'm treading lightly because we could still be pushed back to the Frank Martin date because I'm playing too hard of a ball right now. Yeah. This is not the time.
Yeah,
right?
because unlike everybody, and I'm sorry, I'm biased because I am Team Donaire. I am biased. My bias has been out there. You know what I'm saying? You guys are not just on the card. You guys are fighting for a title. And bro's 40. Let's keep it a buck. Bro 40. He's married. He got kids. He's fighting against Father Time, but he's already peaking. Like, he has a schedule. He has a routine. He's done this 9 times before and been successful. I'm gonna do what I've done 9 times before and do it all over again. Like we say in the song, did it once before, watch me do it all again. He's done it all before, but hold up. Y'all don't put some brakes on me. Y'all don't switch my date. Y'all switch my, like, I'm gonna play devil's advocate right here. Do you feel like people are trying to set Nonito Donaire up for failure? Like, because like you always hear about they gave Devin Haney that win over Loma because he's a younger guy and they saw a bigger future in him. Do you feel like people are setting Nonito up for failure? I gotta ask this.
No, if they already knew, they I think at this point in this stage, they know Nonito is a veteran of cutting weight. And again, like I said, Nonito hadn't eaten on Tuesday yet.
And he put asses in seats because I saw a whole bunch of Filipino flags and the motherfuckers didn't pull up in cabs. They pull up in Benzes and Rolls Royces and all kind of shits. And he wasn't even fighting. They was just there because they was already there. And they there to support the guy.
Yeah. I mean, like like we said, like we sold, like, personally for our family and friends, like we sold 200 ring sides. And a lot of them, like, not a lot of them, I would say about a good 50% of them didn't show because they're really not boxing fans. They're Nonito fans, right? And so for me, I ended up just giving the tickets to local boxing clubs that had amateur kids that, could never, probably, like, 14-year-old, 12-year-old would never go to a boxing match and not, let alone ringside with their entire team, to give them that experience to do so. But back to what you were saying, I don't think it's about butts and seats because, I mean, the ticket prices are absolutely sky high ridiculous, right? Yeah. 7,500 retail, 7,500, 3,500 for second tier. And then resale market, gosh, I've seen some crazy astronomical numbers, which of course will drop.
Rachel, can I ask you a personal question without pocket watching? But it is a pocket watching question.
It depends, but go ahead.
I'm gonna ask. Look. I remember Stitch Duran said, "Your job is to ask the question. My job is to not answer if I don't want to answer." So I'm gonna ask you, Rachel. Did the bag go up a little bit? Like, did you guys say, hey, look, we on the Spence Crawford. This ain't Frank Martin versus Artem Haratunian. Like,
yeah,
does the purse go
I can
up?
tell you that.
Does the bag go up?
I can tell you that, but I can't tell you.
I don't want to know the amount.
But I can't tell you the exact numbers.
I would never ask you the amount. I just know I'm gonna be in the back room. I'm shooting a video for and let everybody know we are gonna drop that video for Nonito. Like, we gonna do an official video for that, and a lot of that is gonna be ringside footage, backroom footage, like footage that you guys already got with the kids. DJ JD working on the turntables. Like, that's neither here nor there. But the bag went up. Can we agree to that?
I didn't say that.
Do you have anything else you want to say to anybody before I let you go? Cause I'm about to go into members only, because I got a good members only topic. It's about relationships, about couples, it's about life, relationships, dealing with people. And the topic is, does your loyalty have an expiration date? What you think of that, Rachel? What you think of that topic?
I don't think it does. That's weird.
All right, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. I'm gonna call you right back as soon as I end this shit.
Let me eat first. Jesus.
You better hurry up. You better drink some noodles or drink some coffee or something, because we about to go in.
Why you gotta say noodles? Because I'm Asian?
Oh, put a case on me. Nah, because noodles are quick and easy. Like black folks eat. I'm sure black folks in America eat more noodles than Asians in America, because we made top ramen. Top ramen won't top ramen when I grew up. When I grew up, it was oodles of noodles. That was the shit. Now I grew up and it was like top ramen. I was like, never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Like, nigga, I ain't never heard of top ramen. You want top ramen? When I grew up, it was oodles of noodles. And we only had like 3 flavors. We had original, chicken, and beef. All these kids, they got shrimp flavor. They got like oriental flavor. They be adding shit to it. They be putting hot dogs and ketchup in it.
I think there's one that I like. I think it's, there's a new top ramen one. I think it's jalapeno.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
I ain't eating that shit no more. I'm rich, nigga.
It's at Walmart.
Never
Walmart.
Never heard of it.
Rachel. I don't know if y'all could tell by the way I was dressed this weekend, but I'm a rich ass nigga, man. I don't eat oodles of noodles. I don't eat top ramen. And I don't care what flavor you put that pack in. Like,
we do that in this house when
I eat
when
like
you drunk and you came home, you're eating noodles.
Nah, you eat bulat. What's that shit called? Bulat. What's that shit you be eating that Nonito don't fuck with?
Oh, that's what I'm gonna do to you when you come back to Vegas. I'm gonna bring you to go eat that shit.
Fuck that. I'm eating what the champ eat. The champ gonna be eating steak. Hey, look, what's Nonito's hydration? Can you tell us that, or is that a secret? What does he eat after he make weight? Like, does he drink stuff first? Does like Gatorade, Pedialyte, water?
He rehydrates and then he eats tour of Italy from Olive Garden and then he eats steak that night.
Yo, I love tour Italy. That's what the champ eat. I'm eating like the motherfucking champ. Oh, look at God.
Yep, that's exact.
Look at God.
Right after the weigh-in.
Oh my God,
that's what the number one thing he goes and gets.
My wife's favorite restaurant is Olive Garden, and I hate Olive Garden. I'm like, them motherfuckers whack as hell. They put the same sauce on 3 different types of pastas and charge you different. They'll put it on angel pasta, like spaghetti noodles, angel hair, fettuccine. It's still red sauce or white sauce. I think they got the most limited, overrated menu ever. I love that fondue though. I get that the little cheese where you dip the cheese with the little bread. I love fondue. But
which one is that? I never had that at Olive Garden.
The fondue shit with they got the little cheese when you dip the cheese into the milk. You dip the bread into the melted cheese, and man, that shit good as a motherfucker. But man, we gonna kick it, man. Hey, look,
I'm about to go to Olive Garden tomorrow because I don't know what you're talking about.
No. Well, save it. Look, if y'all rich ass niggas never had that shit, look, that's gonna be the one meal I can buy for y'all. Let me Olive Garden on me when I see y'all in Vegas. I can afford Olive Garden. I can't afford all that other shit y'all was doing. Like y'all niggas at the Louis V store, the Gucci store, the Prada store. Like, I mean, y'all living life big. I can't afford that, but I got Olive Garden though. I even got some gift certificates. I'm gonna be at Olive Garden with the donaires. Yeah. I'm gonna be at Olive Garden with the donaires. So I'm like, all right, we're gonna split the check. I'm gonna put two their shit gonna be on the gift cards. Whatever's left over, put it on the credit card. American Express. But I love you so much. Yeah, these all jokes. But I love you so much.
I really hope that you had so much fun with that credential. I really hope you did.
No, fuck the credential, man. I had fun kicking with you and Nonito and the fam and the team. Jesse Vargas. Ugas, like man, y'all rolled out the red carpet for me, and I was telling people before you pulled up, I was like, when y'all was introducing me to people, they would say, y'all was like, hey, this is our friend Mark, he has a boxing show on YouTube, and they were like, hey, nice to meet you, and then you was like, he also did the song, they were like, oh, you did the song, and then they'll stand up and hug my neck and everything, and I was like, man, this is love, man. Now, just meeting your mom and your dad, especially your dad, because I talked to him like 2 or 3 times before, but your mom kind of fly though, I ain't gonna lie. Put a case on me, like, you know what I'm saying?
I told you, stop getting her head big, Jesus.
Hey, look, no, I'm just saying, Rachel, with all due respect, if anything goes bad with me and my wife, I might be your stepdaddy.
You're too much. But you need to tell people how tall I was.
I'm gonna be your stepdaddy. No need to. They're gonna be calling me pops, nigga. He be like, "What's up, dad?" Be like, "What's up, son?" You gonna be calling me your daddy? God forbid.
Yeah, that shit is funny as hell.
Yeah. I might be your pops or something.
Damn.
Man, your mom fine as a motherfucker, boy, and she can get it, nigga. Oh my God. Your mom gonna get that word, nigga. My wife better not leave me alone in Vegas, nigga. I'll be on took your mom to the back room somewhere.
Why do you think my dad always tired?
Because your dad doing security. He ain't doing security for you and Nonito. He doing security guarding that box. Cause your mama gonna get that work, nigga. Like she came over there and talked to me while we was at the bar by herself, and we was talking, and her body language, I looked over at your dad, and that motherfucker was piercing at me. His eyes was like, if looks could kill, he was like, why she over there talking to that nigga so long? I'm just saying, like goddamn. And she was telling a story, and part of the story, she grabbed her titties and she moved her titties like she was juggling balls. And I was like, yo, don't do that. Stop. Like, people don't know what you do. They look like you making me an offer right now. Like, and I would take the offer.
You never heard of it.
Oh, you heard of it, motherfucker. Shout out to Rachel Donaire's mom. Her fine ass. God damn, your mama can get it. She had that little collar around her neck too. I was like, God damn, girl, I grab this motherfucker collar. Get your ass to work. All right, whatever.
We ain't on members only.
I know. I just realized that. I got to end the show. I love you, Rachel. I'll talk to you later, respectfully. But shout out to Rachel Donaire's mom. And Cabo, you cool too. You my bro. Like, hey, look, Cabo asked me what size shirt I wear. Did he give you the t-shirt that I gave you?
Yeah.
All right, cool,
yep.
Cool. Wash it inside out, because I pressed that shirt up myself. That didn't come from the factory. I made that one myself. So if it's slanted a little bit, or if it start cracking, like that's my fault, because that didn't come from the factory. I pressed that one's up just for you.
I thought you did it because I was making. I thought that's why it was crooked.
That Vegas weed hit different. It is not like Atlanta weed. I'm not ready. And D-Bevel, I got on D-Bevel's nerves the whole weekend, because he told me next time I come there, I got to ride in the back seat, because sitting in the front seat, I was just bothering him too much. I was too high. I took the upper.
I love him. He's so cute. I love him.
Man, and Nonito left him outside the club. Nonito wouldn't even let him in. Nonito was like, no black guys other than Martin Nash. I'm joking. That's not what he said. Actually, Nonito went out his way.
No, I got three people.
I'm joking.
With the shorts come in. I had three people. Then the dude was like, "Man, I can't have nobody else anymore." Yeah. So that's exactly what happened.
I was joking.
He was the last dude.
I told that story.
No, I know. I was just trying to explain. I'm just trying to explain why they wouldn't let nobody with the short, but they got three people in. And they said, I can't let nobody in with the short anymore. So that's why dude had to, but he was cool. I like him a lot. He's
hey,
a good dude.
What did you let 3 black guys in, or was he the only black guy in?
No, there was a lot of black guys over there. I got a bunch of Nigerians over there too.
I'm fucking with you. I was there.
I love my black people.
Bro, I know. I'm one of them. I was there. I'm joking. I'm just teasing the audience. I'm fucking with them. I'm just trying, man.
It's funny.
Champ, I knew that would get a rise out of you and make you jump on the mic. You took the bait. And then you here.
Nah. I just respectfully.
No.
I always
no need to.
Always give respect to everybody.
I gotta fuck with you now. I gotta fuck with you now because you here. No need to.
Yeah, you got me.
Who picked your outfit out? Who put that Louis V together? Because you did not pick that shit out. You ain't that fly, motherfucker. Rachel picked your clothes.
I'm fly out. Like that, motherfucker. That's
fuck
me.
That. Rachel laid your clothes out on the bed like it was your first day of school, nigga. You did not pick that.
She used to. It's funny. She used to do all that stuff. Now, I learned. I learned.
Look, I know who the fly motherfucker is in the couple when I meet him. I was like, she picked this nigga clothes out. This nigga did not pick this Louis V shit out. This nigga had the Louis Vuittons and the Louis V and all drip to the socks, man. Yeah, man. But thank you, bro. Man, y'all treated me so good, man. I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for the opportunity. And look, man, I can't wait to see.
No, I appreciate you coming out, though, man.
I'm
You
gonna be
know,
there in 2
I
weeks.
appreciate you doing that.
Bro, I'm booked. I'm gonna be there in 2 weeks. I'm gonna see you again, and God willing, I'm gonna have my little press pass on again, and but I'm gonna bring the big camera with me. Well, not the big camera, but you know, I'm gonna film that shit. We gonna make a video out of that shit, bro, and like just do what you do. Go in there and be successful. Go in there and beat the fuck out of Alejandro Santiago. I wish him the best. I wish him health, wealth, and prosperity, but he can't go home with this belt, man. And I love y'all, man. Thank y'all again for treating me so good. And I'm gonna see y'all again in 2 weeks. I'm already booked. I'm flying out. Got my room. Low-key, you the only person that know where I'm staying at. I ain't told nobody where I'm staying at. So you the only person know where I'm staying at and where I'm gonna be at. And from what I heard, you're not too far away, if you know what I mean.
Where you gonna be at?
I ain't telling you online. Get off my line. Get the fuck off here, man. I love you, Nonito. Love you, Rachel. I'll see y'all soon. We about to go into this member only. Let's talk. Let's have some couples talk, some relationship talk. Been talking boxing for a long time. I just want to take a little breather and talk about relationships and building life and building love. Because we're all about love over here. So thank you so much, bro, for everything you did and everything you're doing. Future Hall of Famer. And just keep doing everything the right way, like and what you're doing for your country. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like and bringing those guys over. Going back over there, working with those guys. They can't get that championship experience nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And I watch y'all channel and I see y'all in there ring with them. And I know what you mean to that country. I know what you mean to your people. And I thank you and I thank God for you. Okay?
Thank you, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Hey, Mark, I'm going to give you a challenge. You have to eat the flour and then do your live.
Let's talk about that on members only because I'm going to make that drink here in Atlanta. Like that drink was famous, but we'll talk about that on members only. Nobody knows.
Okay. All right.
All right, peace. I
Talk
love
to you later.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye.
All right, peace. Clips, talk to me, man. Let's. I'm going to let you close it out, get the final words, and I'm going to do the neighbors only roll call.
Shout out to the Breaking Beats neighborhood. Shout out to Mark Nash.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. One quick second. I'm hearing you through the big speakers, not the. I don't hear you through the headphones.
Oh, that's weird. It's
weird. Super weird. Hold on 1 second. Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Y'all hear me right here. Bear with me, y'all. Let me do this. Fuck it. Just go on. Just say what you got to say, Clips, and I'll close it out from here.
Man, shout out, man. Great show, Mark Nash. Oh, man, that conversation with you and the Nares was so good. I heated up me a bowl of noodles real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you racist.
You know what I'm saying? No, man, for real, man. You already know, man. You know what I'm saying? Got this spicy meat soup flavor going jumping off. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, great show, everybody in the neighborhood, man. Make sure you hit that like button, you hit that subscribe, and you go on and hit the notification bell. And don't forget to tell a friend, because this is where it started and this is where it all be end. Come to the neighborhood and fuck with me and my brother. That's not my friend. That's my brother, Mark Nash. You see what he out here doing, and he is getting everybody ready. All right, he's like, you know what I'm saying? We up in this kitchen getting it ready. We cooking it up. The fish fry is here.
Yes, sir.
It's not a game. It even got hotter because they added Nonito Donaire. Holy shit. 11 days.
Well, shit, you a member, man. We about to go on the members only and shit, pull up on the panel. It's going to be an open panel for the members, man. And I got some good content over there and we're going to chop it up, all right?
Peace.
All right, shit. Fuck with me, bro. You got plug and promote your channel one more time.
Oh, yeah, man, yeah. Check me out. You know, that guy Eclipse 330 on YouTube. I got my own channel. You know what I'm saying? There will be new smoke signals coming in the air, but you know what I'm saying? We still building and we still building this pyre because, you know what I'm saying, these will be some pretty big smoke signals going in there and heavy smoke. So
let me know how I can help, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like you helped me with it. So it's all incorporated, and it's all just a celebration of this great thing that we've got going on about, you know.
Absolutely. We expanded the neighborhood, man. Look, I can't be live every day, shit.
Exactly. The interconnectivity of, you know, like-minded like-minded individuals, spreading that love, spreading that greatness, spreading that energy. And then that's what we're doing. And we cleaning up these YouTube streets. It was filthy out here. It was filthy, Mark.
One episode at a time, bro. Hey, look, people will get up here and tell people the SMD. I'm gonna pull up the way you stay with the AK. They do all that talking, but they don't go to the fights.
Don't go to the fights.
Bro, I told y'all, man, D Bevel rolled the red carpet. I'd be remiss if I didn't close this shit out with shout out D Bevel the Champ. D Bevel the Champ rolled that Rachel Donaire, Nonito Donaire, but more importantly, and right over that, right? D Bevel the Champ. This motherfucker was the driver. He was the security guard. This motherfucker did everything, man. Like, I love D Bevel the Champ. D Bevel the Champ is my brother for life, bro. He gonna have to tell me we ain't cool no more. Cause I'm gonna still be calling him like, what happened, bro? What's going on? Cause I was bothering that nigga. I was too high, Clips. I was smoking. Bro, I'll never forget. Clips, real quick, I'll close it out with this funny story. I hit the first blunt. Well, it wasn't even a blunt. I had them pre-rolls.
Okay.
1 week though, and they didn't take card, and I didn't want to go to the ATM, and they didn't have no pre-rolls. They had one pre-roll, and it was like a 2-gram blunt of some shit. I was like, I don't even want to smoke no blunts. I want to smoke some joints while I'm in Vegas. I want some pre-roll joints.
Right.
I ain't trying to roll up no flour. I just want my shit grab and go, and I want my shit labeled how I want it. Like, I'm spoiled. I know how I want my shit in Vegas. Bro, he took me to this next spot, and the girl in Vegas. Next spot, was it Jenny's? We wanted Jenny. No, we went to Reef. Took me to Jenny's first. Jenny's was on some bullshit. They ain't know they had a boss in the building. Took me to Reef next. Took me to Reef. Boy, Reef, man, they saw D Bevel. It was like, oh, you got another celebrity in here with you. I was like, God damn it, they recognize the boss in this motherfucker. And that girl, she went too far. That bitch was trying to tell, and I say the word bitch loosely because I got 3 older sisters, so no disrespect to women. I just say the word loosely sometimes. But that sister was trying to tell me how to sneak the shit back on the plane. I was like, no. Like, no. I don't need to sneak nothing on the plane. I'm not trafficking nothing. I'll be back in 2 weeks. Like, I don't need to sneak nothing home with me. But she was like, put that shit in your shoe. I was like, I only brought 1 bag. I ain't even had no checked luggage. I'm only here for 2 days. Everything is in this shit I can slide under my seat. I got a small little duffel bag. Man, she was trying to tell me how to bring shit back. She asked me what I had going on. It was the very personal experience at Reef. She was like, what do you got going on? What you here for? And I was like, yeah, man, I'm here covering some boxing. Man, I need some uppers, like type shit. She was like, okay. Man, she gave me the upper of the uppitest. Like, bro,
gave you that gummy bear juice,
bro. I don't know what the I took a picture of it. She gave me some shit that you don't even that shit don't even sound right when you put it together.
She was off that area 51.
Bro. She gave me garlic, butter, and banana. That shit don't even go together. Whoever eat garlic, like nobody eat garlic bananas, but the flavor. So I'm hitting this shit, and I'm telling D Bevel, I'm like, man, this shit ain't doing nothing. It was like, man, you just took 1 hit. I was like, nigga, this ain't nothing. Nigga, I know good weed when I smell it. This shit ain't nothing. He was like, Mark, you gotta relax. I'm like, man, fuck you, nigga. You don't even smoke weed. He was like, bro, are you gonna be okay? I was like, nigga, that ain't nothing. I'm gonna hit it again. Hit it. I took the Mikael Brook hit. So when he was hitting from the nose, I was like, yeah, nigga, I was hitting it like that. We got in the car, bro. I bothered that nigga for the next 2 days, bro. I never came down until we was dropping me back off at the airport. I was like, bro, you're going too fast. The curves, like, you're going the curves too fast. Like, bro, I was just bothering that nigga about his driving the whole time. He was like, nigga, I keep getting you everywhere safe and sound back and forth, and you still complain about driving. I was like, I think I'm about to die in the car. Nigga driving perfectly, but hindsight is 2020. But I'm
Yeah,
saying,
man.
that
Hindsight's 2020 and hindsight's 420.
absolutely. All right, plug your channel one more time and let me close this shit out with the neighbors only roll call. Let's do this members only shit. We about to have a good time. I got an hour or two.
All right, you already know what it is. That guy 330. That guy Eclipse 330. You can catch me on YouTube. Catch me on any social platform. You can catch me in real life because I'm a real motherfucker out here. Just keep trying to spread some real love to all my real neighbors. And we, this has been a great show. Thank you for tuning in to Breaking Beats with your man Mark Nash.
Appreciate it, man. And y'all can catch him over here with me, man. If y'all don't see him live over there, just pull up over here. If y'all see me live, you're gonna see that boy Clips over here, man. Fuck with me, bro. Love you, bro.
Love you too, man. Peace.
I love you more, man. And I'm gonna hang up before he said, I love you more. You know what I'm saying? That they put me on one of them aerosexual cases. Like my boy earlier, Toby was like, well, if you look at Errol and you look at Bud, Errol's more the attractive guy. I was like, nigga, you were trying to fuck him? Like, what the fuck? Never heard of it. No, wrong button.
You never heard of it.
Shout out to Toby with an eye. All right, man. I didn't even get to all the topics I want to get to, but we're going to get to my members only. If not, I'm back like I never left. We're going to have a good time tomorrow. I might do a pop-up tomorrow. I got some shit up, man. If I don't do it tomorrow, nah, I'm gonna make a way. We're gonna do a pop-up tomorrow. It might not be live for all of y'all, but it will definitely be live for the neighbors. All right. So with that said, let's get back to the bread, man. The party ain't gonna stop right now. It's just gonna stop for some of y'all because y'all are not members to the neighborhood. Let me drop the link right there. So if y'all want to chop it up with me and the neighbors, you can click that link right now. And for a very, very, very small fee, $2.99. Hey, look, the like button is free. And y'all don't even want to do that. But this other shit we about to do, man, we're going to have some other content. And I hope you guys sign up for members only content. Like I said, you're going to unlock a whole bunch of videos. You're like, damn, I didn't even know about this video or that video or this interview. Or depending on what level you on, you get to see the full interview uninterrupted, no ads of some of the content that I got from Vegas. And you're going to get it first exclusively, depending on what level you on. Friends and family and above, you guys are going to get a full uncut versions of the interview. Everybody else, you guys are going to get it in clips and pieces. But I love you. I hope you love yourself. If not, guess what? God loves you. So does Martin Nash in the neighborhood here at Breaking Beats, where we break down business, entertainment, art, technology, sports, and anything else you will not feel like squeezing into those letters. Shout out to my celebrity friends. Rachel Donaire, I love you, sis. For real, for real. And I love your mama even more, respectfully. Your dad cool too. Your dad's cool, but I love your mama. Respect. Man, I ain't even gonna be able to meet your dad next time. He gonna be like, hey, motherfucker, I heard that shit. But shout out to Carbo. He's super cool, man. He was a cool dude, man. Carbo had that damn strap on him too. Y'all think y'all running up on Mr. Miyagi. This motherfucker he ain't about to punch and kick. He about to pull out that banger and blow your damn head off your shoulders. So be careful when y'all run up on these Asians when y'all out in Vegas thinking like, oh, they just little people and they're just gonna eat some fried rice and they ain't gonna chopsticks. They ain't gonna, man, these motherfucking Asians are strapped up with Glock 9s on your ass. These Asians gonna blow your brains out trying to think y'all about to take some shit from them. Like, these motherfuckers are not playing. Cool as fuck too, though. You show love, you get love. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we all about here, man. So let's do this neighbors only roll call, man. And let's wrap this shit up, because
What do you mean by that? Your back is broken.
You already know.
A vertebrae or partial?
Spinal.
Hell yeah, spinal, motherfucker. Philip H, the all-time great. Abigail Hollis, all the way in Wisconsin. Shout out to my good sister Abigail.
What up, gangsta?
On the mic with Terrence Bailey Sr. I am Cam. XO Factory. Ace Retro. Big Hove, I thought I told you. Dub Right Side. Mr. Golden, he stay holding. Raheem the Dream. Like That. Shout out to Like That. That's like D-A-T. He spell it like a nigga spell it. Respectfully. That guy clips 330 early. Memo, aka Memory, girl behind the mic. I love you. You are so special to me and the show. I'm so glad you're a part of this members only thing, sis.
What up, gangsta?
The Brim Reaper, Stephen Brimley, the Brim Reaper.
What up?
Unbiased fan, very biased fan. Love you though.
What up, gangsta?
DJ, he don't play. Raheem Dream. All is well with Tony Boswell. Adam Kelly. John Norrie came to tell his story. Made you keep boxing. Lady Shan done them season. Cooking with the champion your heart. On the floor with Shelton Moore. SLG. Sam F. Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. That's my guy F. Merritt. Tell Toya. Kendall. The kid is back. Johnny Goodman. What's hood, man? D-Lo 404 Boxing. Kansas City. Mac. Where you at? Karma Serene with the Serene Saturdays. Nick Rich and his bitch. Aaron Parker, the big talker. Taylor Bell. Tab Tech, unlocksim.com. Unlock your next device today. Stephen Bateman, all the way in Australia. Matter of fact, I got a super chat real quick. I got to do that one. Shout out to Stephen Bateman. He said, Rachel, honestly, who did you have winning between Loma and Haney? She did answer that question in real time, and it was Loma. She had Loma winning. Let me get Stephen Bateman to drop. Shout out to Stephen Bateman. Only super chat we got all night, but the work don't stop.
I got 5 on it.
And I did get a couple cash apps, and I will shout out the cash apps at the end. Shout out to the cash apps. But yeah, damn, Stephen Bateman, the only person that donated with the super chat tonight. Shame on y'all. And shame on me for keeping the show going this long without a super chat. Fuck y'all. Respectfully.
What up?
Where was I? What up? All right. Here we go. Stephen Bateman, all the way in Australia. Juan Davila, the Rilla. Transcendent Sports Channel, my Filipino brother from Transcendent Sports Channel. I told you, bro. I told you like 3 years ago. I fuck with y'all. You know what I'm saying? And y'all are fucking with me too. So shout out to Transcendent Sports Channel, my Filipino brother from another, all the way in Canada.
What up, gangsta?
He's probably one of the first ones that was sending the Filipino crowd over here, letting them know like Mark gonna show y'all love. Ain't gonna be fair. Fistiana Fights, she just might. Jacob Sims, that's him. Haplo, let's go. MFB. Patricia Shelton. Miss Queen Sun Kissing. Yes, she was kissed by the sun with her pretty ass. Beyond the Ring with No Nito and Rachel Donaire. 9-time champ No Nito going for his 10th world title. July 29th on the Spence Crawford card. This shit is gonna be amazing, man. I'm gonna be there, man. And like I want y'all to be there too. We gotta support this brother, man. He support us. And we are upstart. We're a small little channel. But we doing big things, man. Thanks to good brothers like Nonito and beautiful and great sisters like Rachel Donaire and her mama.
What up, gangsta?
Respectfully. Shout out to Cabo too. True Media Today USA Boxing, Coach Malachi Williams. What up, Coach? Puto, Food Revolution, KP from KC5, Matt Wade, Ill Status Boxing, Tank the Sweet Science Examiner, Beyond Above Media, Pittsburgh T, Mark, that's not true. SF City Slicker, It's Mex, Rod of the Storm, Here to There, Meta Yoel, Cliff Bailey, Conshonery, Lisa Bell, She Never Fails, HLD, Brandon Washington, D Bevel the Champ, and of course the big fish himself, my good brother Darren Lincoln. Y'all, let's start this members only. Y'all give me 5 minutes. I gotta go to the bathroom, but other than that, members only starts in 5 minutes. If you do not get a notification, go to the channel and go to the community tab. I will put a notification in the community tab. So if you don't get a notification, just go to the community tab and click the link. It will be there for you, so you can already be ready for the show. I don't have to do a lot of shit for members only as far as the title and the thumbnail, because you guys already paid for it. You already know what we're here for, and we're gonna have a good time. So it's gonna be real quick to get the show started for members only. I love you. Hope you love yourself. If not, guess what? God loves you. So does Mark Nash in the neighborhood. Thank you for everybody who's been supporting me on this journey. I know I'm not easy to get along with all the time. I talk crazy about a lot of your favorite fighters. Yeah, it happened. You know what I'm saying? But through the ups and downs, through the thick and thin, like, you guys stuck with me, and I'm gonna stick with you guys every step of the way. We gotta agree, we're gonna disagree, but one thing's for certain, two things for sure, homeboy. Never forget this: dreams require sleep, goals require effort. And you can get that hoodie, that t-shirt, that merch in the description block of this and every video. But also understand this, man. Respect is free. Disrespect gonna cost you everything. Your family, your freedom, your finances, most importantly, your life. So let's show each other love. Let's show each other respect. And hopefully, y'all niggas show up at this motherfucking fight July 29th, all right? Let's close it out. I see y'all in 5 minutes. Neighbors only. Let's get it.
I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another nigga talk.
Members only, 5 minutes, man. And it's going to be an open panel for all the members, all right? Let's get it.
This that squad side.
Subscribe. I don't care how many subscribers he has. Support him. So he made all this possible. He made this possible.
Nah, Dr. Mark, God made this possible. God made all this possible. And so did viewers like you. I see y'all in 5 minutes or less. Let me take this quick bathroom break and shit, we on. Let's get it. The boys back, man, and we back like we never left. And man, we got a big 2 weeks coming up for you, and I got some big interviews coming up that I lined up while I was out there in Vegas. So we the show don't stop, man. I got some big shit planned. Love y'all. Let's get it.